the Seagulls. Gunners, Bees, Hammers and Magpies. Premier League teams have got a load of crazy nicknames. Ever wondered where they came from? Let's start with Everton. They're dubbed the Toffees, but why? Well, because when the club was formed, just down the road there were two local toffee shops. Ye Ancient Everton Toffee House and Mother Noblet's Toffee Shop were big fan favourites. Next, they say if you can't beat 'em, join 'em, and that's exactly what Ipswich Town did when it came to their nickname. The term Tractor Boys used to be chanted by their opponents as a way of putting the team down for their farming background. But during one game back in the late 90s, Ipswich were 1-0 up and they decided to flip the script. 1-0 to the Tractor Boys, they sang, and a new nickname was born. Let's head to Leicester, famous for more than just a red, well, orangey cheese and Jamie Vardy. Leicestershire's also the birthplace of fox hunting, hence the Foxes. Next up, turns out apples are not the only fruit that don't fall far from the tree. Bournemouth's nickname, the Cherries, comes from the fact the club's stadium was originally built right next to a bunch of cherry orchards. This next story actually involves two club nicknames. It started with Crystal Palace. They were having an absolute nightmare run back in the early 70s. They'd been relegated after a terrible spell and manager Malcolm Allison decided enough was enough. He wanted a new nickname, something strong, fast and destined for success. Something exactly like an eagle. But there's more to this one. Brighton were in search of a nickname too, and Palace finally gave them what they needed. In a heated match between the two back in 1976, Palace fans began chanting, "Eagles, Eagles," and some clever Brighton fans came up with the perfect reply, "Seagulls, Seagulls." Not all club nicknames have a crazy story though. Take the Gunners. That just comes from the fact a group of munitions workers in the Royal Arsenal factory in Woolwich set up the club in 1886. On the flip side, some nicknames seem simple, but there's a bit more to them, like West Ham. The Hammers is actually nothing to do with the ham part of the name. It comes from the fact the club used to be called Thames Ironworks FC and was made up of workmen and shipbuilders. So next time the away end's chanting their crazy nickname, you'll now know exactly where it came from.
Good morning, 4 minutes past 6 o'clock, Friday morning, talkSPORT breakfast with Arnold Clark. Get the UK's best used car deals guaranteed, and Gabby's alongside me. Cool, not nice out there, Gab.
No, not at all, Alan. Proper winter
well,
weather.
You've only got 15 yards from your bed to here.
Yes, it's lovely. Must be some flood soon now. I know there was in Birmingham a couple of days ago.
Well, they're talking about Cheltenham today, tomorrow. It's going to be bad. We'll talk to one of the guys at Coral a little bit later, Steve or Sam. Excuse me. And it's a great shame because this is a great couple of days.
Is it, yeah?
Oh, yeah. And
big attendance?
It's going to pour. You're packed.
Yes.
I mean, like the festival.
Really?
Oh, God, yeah. It's big, yeah. So, it's great racing. It's a shame because normally, Gab, in November, you get pointers for the spring.
Okay.
Who's in great form, but the ground's going to change all that. You know,
it'll mess it all up, yeah.
It will. It'll mess it up because you'll get results today that horses are 20 lengths better, give it another couple of months.
Yeah, because
yeah. Anyway, that's the world of sport. I'm sure Miss Rachel Reeves is not too bothered about the results today. England made it 7 wins from 7 live on talkSPORT last night.
World Cup next summer, England will be there, talkSPORT will be there, but some of these players might not be.
We won, we kept a clean sheet.
Staying deflected, oh what a goal from Saka, that's a magnificent volley.
Yeah, another beautiful goal in the same end at Wembley, so I'm really happy with that strike.
14th goal for his country.
In general, good impact from the bench. Phil assisted, Ebb scored, beautiful goal, so tick the box.
Eza on the left, Saka on the right, Foden at 9 with Bellingham just off him.
It's the opportunity for 1 or 2 to impress.
Phil Foden. Here's Eza! That seals it. What are you expecting to be the general feeling of England supporters?
I couldn't think of a more perfect player to bring on in that position after 60 minutes, 70 minutes, who can play in different positions. I'm not saying start Eze, I'm saying but as a must on that play. I thought it was a decent performance. To be honest, I don't think it reached the heights that maybe we hit in Latvia and also Serbia away. We didn't make it look as easy tonight.
Another win, another clean sheet. Qualifying's easy, but Tuchel's job is to win the World Cup.
Yeah, so Jude had to settle for a place on the bench until the 65th minute. But it was the 2 Arsenal boys who made it 7 wins from 7 in qualifying under Tuchel. You can't, 7 out of 7 is brilliant. Saka and Eze scored a goal in each half to seal a comfortable 2-0 win. The first goal, yeah, you can blame the goalkeeper, can't you, for a rubbish punch. But Saka, did that come off his shin?
A little bit maybe, but still, the way he guided it in, technically,
lovely. Good goal. He didn't panic.
No, very good goal. But I thought Serbia were very good out, organised defensively. They pressed high at times, but most of the time kept everyone behind the ball and tried to frustrate England, and they did. I thought...
Well, the new manager, by all accounts,
exactly,
kids through, under 20s.
Yes.
So he's relied on their, I trust them, they'll do a better job. And they did.
Yes.
The first game over in Serbia was...
Yeah, it was a 5, wasn't it? But I thought O'Reilly done very well, Al. He was strong whenever he had to do anything defensively. He came out on top. Going forward, he was a threat as well. His presence as well is going to be upset pieces. I think that left-back position is his to lose now, Al. I thought Saka was sharp, Rashford done well. I thought Bellingham, Foden, Eze, when they come on, all done well to give the manager an even bigger headache.
Well, Thomas Tuchel was full of praise for what he likes to call, you just mentioned them, his finishers.
I think they were straight away there, first of all. They had straight away an impact. We needed more energy. The game was a little bit stuck. And we paid a bit of tribute for the high intensity against the ball. So we had 4 new players straight away because I didn't want to have any other a second and a third interruption of the match. So we decided for 4 changes, new quality. They straight away had an impact. Especially offensively, they had the impact. The match got a little bit stretched suddenly. Our field got a bit stretched. I'm not sure if I like it. I'm not so sure why this was the case. And we had to overcome some difficult moments, but in general, good impact from the bench. Phil assisted, Ebb scored, beautiful goal, so tick the box.
Talking of Phil, earlier this week, Tuchel revealed that Phil Foden could possibly be the replacement for Harry Kane after he chose not to call up a backup striker. Foden was then brought on for Kane last night, but former Three Lions skipper Stuart Pearce isn't sure that should be the plan going forward.
I'm still not convinced about Foden being the furthest up the pitch, if I'm being quite honest with you. I think the game lent itself, and the freedom of the game in the last 20 minutes lent itself to those two coming on, and Foden dropping back slightly on occasion, more room, more time available, and technically they're very good, no doubt about that. But that might be the impact that they might need later in games. It might not be a starting thing come next summer. You might not be looking for Foden to lead the line from the whistle, but to come on and have an impact like that, brilliant.
It's an interesting one. I'm with Stu here. You've got to have a top class centre forward alongside Harry when you go into the big games.
100% out.
Listen, you can get away with 25 minutes. Phil, do us a favour. We'll get injuries, play up there. Yeah, not a problem. But you can't rely on someone playing there in a quarter-final or a semi-final. You can't.
And as well, Alan, when you're playing against maybe Argentina, Romero, up against Romero,
you
need someone who can hold the ball up, who's used to playing as a number 9. You're playing against the Brazils, France, against Saliba, Canate, whoever's playing centre half of France. You need someone that can play centre forward. So I think it works in these games in our group because they're easy. Last night was comfortable. But when we started getting a proper test, imagine Phil Foden playing as a false 9 against Van Dijk, against Van der Ven for the Netherlands. Not going to work.
Elsewhere, this is an interesting one, guys. Elsewhere last night, the Republic of Ireland kept their World Cup hopes alive. Brilliant. Beating Portugal in Dublin. And Cristiano Ronaldo is in danger of missing games at next year's tournament after being sent off last night. A 3-game ban would mean he'll miss the opening 2 matches. And I tried to find it on my telly.
I couldn't find it either.
So what does that? So what did you see what he's done?
So I don't know if O'Shea at the back might have been having a little bit with Ronaldo, but he's sort of in the penalty area, and Ronaldo sort of like let his arm fly behind him and caught O'Shea. Couldn't see exactly where he caught him. Maybe O'Shea went down and he could have got up, but the Portuguese players are the first to do stuff like that. So very clever from O'Shea. And Ronaldo had a head loss. But what was hilarious, Al? The Irish fans were winding him up. He was clapping the Irish fans sarcastically when he was walking off.
Yeah.
I've never heard noise like it, the way they clapped him off and booed him off. So I think the Ireland fans got in Ronaldo's head. And
Guinness.
Yeah, but what an atmosphere he looked like, Al, for Republic of Ireland. Great result.
It was a hell of a result.
Yes.
Now, the latest episode of the talkSPORT Daily podcast is available now as former England captain Stuart Pearce joins Adrian Dunham and Jim Proudfoot live from Wembley following that 2-0 win over Serbia. The boys delve into how on earth Thomas Tuchel finds a way to fit all the England superstars into the starting 11, as well as the current lack of top strikers in the squad. Make sure to check out the Daily Sport, the talkSPORT Daily, Daily Sport. Check out the talkSPORT Daily on all podcast platforms right now. Okay, the FA have promised fans, this is good news, you won't be priced out of tickets for Euro 2028. We'll discuss that one. That's coming next.
to be a bloodbath.
It's one of the fights of the year.
Eubank, I can't wait to smash your head in.
That's why he didn't beat me, and that's why he shall not beat me in November.
Seventeen after 6, talkSPORT breakfast. By the way, if you're still snuggled up, eh?
What a tune!
Is that Mozart or something?
Yeah, it sounds like it, doesn't it?
I don't know. It's horrible out there, by the way. If you're just waking up, just have another 20 minutes.
Yeah,
it's hot. It's going to rain all day.
Or work from home? No.
Well, everyone
Friday
does. Yeah.
What do you mean, everyone here? Who?
Have a bit of the talkSPORT ethic about you. Work from home. Right, Gabby alongside me. Something a bit royal at 6:15 this 6:15. We've gone past that, and we're playing because it's King Charles' 77th birthday. Happy birthday!
Happy birthday, King.
Gab, how do you think a king celebrates his birthday?
I think I'll wake up to a lovely cut breakfast.
You don't think he gets that?
Yeah, but I reckon a special breakfast this morning. Maybe a trip to Balmoral. Wouldn't that be nice?
Really?
Why not?
What, in this weather?
The Royals love Balmoral, don't they?
Yeah, but you don't go up there and you don't get jumped in the head.
You don't go Balmoral in the winter.
Shall we take the helicopter out, ma'am? You don't. Not in this weather. It's too dangerous.
But is it this weather in Scotland, though?
Oh, it could be worse.
Will it?
There's snow.
Yeah.
Sleet. Well, I don't know. People tell me. That's if we've got any Scots still talking to us.
I know.
After that half-wit last night.
O'Hara, I know, yeah. It was. I didn't like it one bit, mate. My Scottish blood was, inside me, was boiling. Didn't like it, mate. Out of order.
I heard about it. I didn't. I couldn't bear myself to listen, to be honest.
Yeah.
I heard about it.
Be interesting to see Shaban's thoughts when she comes in.
Well, I wouldn't give him too much airtime, personally. Let's take a look at today's back page of Tesco Mobile for Business with Shaban.
Backpage review on talkSPORT with Tesco Mobile for Business. Sign up today to get a £60 welcome bonus on our Black Friday deals. Offer ends 1st of December. Terms and verification at tescomobile.com/business.
Early start for Shaban this morning. Good morning.
Good morning, Shaban.
Morning. How are you guys?
How was the drive in? Horrible?
No, it was fine, actually. Arsenal Tom Cabby this morning. And he chats away, and you wouldn't have known it was pouring at that point.
Really?
But, do you know, I was speaking to my auntie, who's in Glasgow. She said she was walking the dogs yesterday. You know, when your knuckles are freezing, it's that weather now up there.
It was getting much colder up there.
Yeah. They're saying it's to snow here next week, Al.
Yeah. It won't lie. It'll just be sleeting.
It's a bit rubbish when it doesn't lie.
Yeah.
Rather have fun for the kids for a day and then
exactly. Then go away.
Looking at the back pages for you, it's all about England's performance last night, 2-0 over Serbia. Serbian volley is the headline in the Sun today. Pictures of Bukayo Saka celebrating his new goal for England. Back page of the Daily Mail, they're going for a perfect 7. England maintain 100% record, and the Telegraph pull out. They are saying England look $1 million. The Times also focusing on Jude Bellingham as well, which brings up the conversation. He got about 30 minutes last night, including stoppage time. Yes. As we know that he'd been left out of the last squad. Would you rather keep Morgan Rogers in the 10? And or after what you saw from Jude Bellingham last night?
I watched the first half. How did Morgan do throughout the game?
Very well.
He done okay.
I was thinking yesterday, maybe I was a bit, not harsh on him, but, I think if I was to pick an 11 starters in a big game, I'm not sure he'd get in it for England. But clearly Tuchel would disagree, So how did he do, Gab?
He done okay. Bellingham done very well when he come on as well. But the point I made yesterday, Shaban, is that even if Bellingham doesn't start the first game, we see what happens in tournaments. This tournament is going to be 5.5 weeks long. Players will get their game time. Bellingham might come on in the first game and change it, then start the second game. Then Rodgers comes on in that game and changes the game and starts the third game. So a lot can change during the tournament. Both of them have got to put in top performances for their clubs to knuckle down and get that number 10 position. But both really good friends. Both Birmingham lads, and I'm sure they'll enjoy the competition.
Yeah, sure. Lots of competition for the England squad as well. Jonathan Norcroft, Al saying in the Times today that Morgan Rogers, preferred as England's number 10, had performed excellently in his selfless, diligent, play it simple way. It left Bellingham with a lot to do, but he wanted to show Thomas Tuchel why he should be back in the team. But top players do it, take their opportunities. And in that half hour that Bellingham was on the pitch, he produced a whole buffet load, or buffet, whatever you want to say, load of food for thought for Thomas Tuchel.
I think we'll find out how good Thomas is as England manager, in later stages of big tournaments. That's what it's all about. England could have played almost, with the greatest respect to Serbia. I watched the first game, they were pants, they were better last night. I only watched the first half, they were better last night. But, any England 11 of that squad would have beaten them last night, in my opinion.
Is this a sign of a really good manager? The fact that, we know that Jude Bellingham is world class and one of the best players in the world, but he's not starting him. Is that the sign of a good manager? Someone who's not going to appease the media?
Well, I just think
his best players might not work.
Well, but he might have spoke to Jude and said, "Look, Jude, I want to try a few things out. You're my starter. Don't worry about that."
But Al, I think
quiet.
We have to remember Bellingham shoulder injury. It's took him a while to get back up to speed with Real Madrid. Morgan Rogers has done well in that time. This is his first squad back where he's had a run of games for Real Madrid. He's come on for 30 minutes, no problems. So I think sometimes we read too much into it. Like, Jude Bellingham will be on that plane no matter what.
Oh God.
But you get idiots journalists that say, no, Bellingham shouldn't be in the squad. He's moody, he's a problem. He's moody, he's a problem. He makes players scared to play.
Up in Newcastle. Honestly, you've got it right in for Craig Hope.
Because he talks talking nonsense over Bellingham, who's a superstar player playing for Real Madrid at 22 years of age. Like, he is going to make England a better team. Does he have to start every game? No, he doesn't. But still, he will have a big part to play in the World Cup.
And see this intimidation of the younger players. Like, Bellingham's 22, he's young himself. Is that a bad thing? Is it not good to have a little bit of that in the squad?
I said, I touched on it yesterday, that most real top stars at any sport have got that hint of arrogance about.
Do you think the Man United players were scared because of Roy Keane, intimidating character during his time at Manchester United? No, they probably enjoyed
some of the youngsters would have.
Yeah, but I'm sure most of the team would have loved his work ethic and his will to win.
On the pitch, yeah,
exactly.
But, Roy could be snappy. I'm pretty sure of that.
It's different times, isn't it?
Exactly.
A bit more precious times, and you've got to be careful how you speak to people.
We've got to talk as well about Eze.
I know.
You're looking at Eze and you're like, Gordon, you need to step it up a bit, because Eze, that goal was outstanding. Whenever he comes on, he seems to change the game for his country.
He's a touch of class, Eze. Yeah. You know what I mean?
Great goal, Al.
His touch, his vision. Is he going to take people on with pace like Gordon does? No, totally different players.
Yeah.
But he's quality.
Yes.
Can I just ask quickly? So Eze, Foden, Bellingham, Henderson all come on about 65 minutes.
Yes.
Is there something here in what Arteta mentioned about the whole squad? You don't have to start to be a big part of the team, the finishers, all that kind of stuff.
100%.
This is the thing, but is that changing now?
Yeah, but Al, you could have a team that starts. That could say the team that yesterday started the first game and it wasn't working. These players come on, Eze, Foden, Bellingham win it. Then the next game, you'll be like, oh, I should be starting, Gaffer. And then maybe the Gaffer says, all right, then you're going to start. So that's how football works. You're not going to be a finisher every game.
But you don't want to be going to a qualifier or the big finals with a cushion in your bag, do you? You want to start.
Yeah. No, you don't want to be a super sub, do you? Ole Gunnar Solskjaer. You want to be starting games, but they've all got to respect the manager. And if Bellingham doesn't start, then he's got to respect the manager's choice.
Yeah. Okay, Martin Lipton, back page of The Sun today. Low ticket price at vow for Euros. Euro 2028. Put it in the diary. Chiefs have promised that fans will not be priced out of the biggest event ever held on UK and Irish soil. So UEFA have ruled out the dynamic pricing for tickets that FIFA are using at next summer's World Cup in North America.
Well, we get promised a lot, don't we? And then things change, don't they?
Mark
Bellingham. Politics, but we do get promised a lot, and then things change when people come in power.
Yeah, the FA chief exec, Mark Bellingham, a member of the tournament's organisation body, vowed there won't be any dynamic ticket pricing. That's well established. So once they set the price, it shouldn't be.
Comes to it. 2028, the tickets are 200 quid each.
So you'll be 56 then, Gabs?
Yes, of course.
You'll be 56. And
as Andy says, Mr. Botox and filler.
Don't forget Ireland, big result.
I'm
result.
buzzing for them all. Really, you want the Irish there? We'll
100%.
You want it there.
Yes, 100%. Ireland and Scotland. Imagine both of them.
Bring the crack.
Imagine the fans as well in America that the Irish have got.
And you've got to think of the contingent in America, right?
Ooh.
Yeah.
All that East Coast.
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah. It should be good laugh.
Okay, Shaban, thank you.
Cheers.
That was a look at today's back pages with Tesco Mobile for Business. Up next, we'll find out which talkSPORT commentator has taken the US of A by storm. Really?
Backpage review on talkSPORT with Tesco Mobile for Business. Sign up today to get a £60 welcome bonus on our Black Friday deals. Offer ends 1st of December. Terms and verification at tescomobile.com/business.
Here are some of the best off-camera anecdotes from recent years at the Ryder Cup. As caddy Billy Foster went to relieve himself at the Belfry, he noticed only one of the 2 cubicles had toilet paper. Shortly after he'd sat down, Tiger Woods went into the empty cubicle and realised his mistake all too late. So Foster took some paper, reached under the cubicle with a rescue offering, and as Tiger went to take it, Foster uttered the words, "Europe, one up." Fast forward 10 years to the miraculous Medina. Rory McIlroy overslept and was in danger of missing his Sunday tea time. Thankfully, travel organiser Erica Stoll sorted him a police escort, and 3 years later, McIlroy proposed. Scottish legend Sam Torrance tells many a yarn about the great Ballesteros. Apparently, Seve would regularly give coaching clinics to his European teammates. When the same players asked for help a week later at the Italian Open, Seve would tell them to Having started with a Billy Foster story, let's finish with one from the 12th tee at Oakland Hills in 2004. It was Jimenez and Garcia against Westwood and Clark in a practice round, and as they finished, Foster decided to jump in the buggy and speed away with all their clubs, only to lose control entirely and see it careering towards the spectators. Thankfully, the Red Sea parted and the buggy smashed into a tree, with viewers and clubs still intact.
This weekend, what have I got? I have got just the kids out. Daughter's football.
Bit of bowling, a bit of...
No, son's football tonight. Daughter's football tomorrow morning. My other son's football Sunday morning. And that's it. And then I'm on Monday with Jeff because someone called Adam McCoy is in Los Angeles.
Is he? What's he doing?
I don't know, mate. He's there, though. He seems to be getting a lot of holidays in at the moment, Al.
He's in LA, is he?
LA, mate.
He's meant to come back
with Fletch,
as usual.
Yeah, with Fletch, he's in LA. So yeah, but that's it for me, mate. What about you? What you got plans?
No, I've got a few days off now. I'm in Wednesday, and that's it.
Why?
Oh, it's a long story. Long story, Gab. I'm working Wednesday, and that's it.
It's a shame how that is, mate.
Well, yeah, it's called organisation.
You got no plans the weekend though? This weekend?
This weekend,
relaxing.
Yeah. Chilling out, doing it. That's all I do now is chill out.
Gonna watch the racing?
Well, if it's on.
If it's on, yeah.
Mate, yeah. Absolutely. Cheltenham's it's something special about Cheltenham. We're going to talk about that later. And of course, we don't know how the budget's going to go with racing as well. I read the Sun, the pull out today. God, people are really worried about it. But anyway.
Everyone's scared on now.
Yeah. It's not just racing, it's everything.
Everything, mate. Yeah.
Okay, talkSPORT Breakfast with Gabby. Our good friends at Arnold Clark get $7.50 off any used electric car or home charger. Any proposals to ratify a new salary cap will come with legal implications, with the PFA threatening to sue the Premier League if it's voted in. God, here we go. Top flight clubs are set to vote on anchoring, which limits the amount of money any side can spend to a multiple of the amount the bottom side received in broadcast revenue and prize money this month. I'm not even going to go in there. I'm going to leave it to our brains of Britain, Simon Jordan. Simon thinks that salary caps, not anchoring, is the way forward.
Stop fiddling around, stop rearranging the chairs on the Titanic, and start concentrating on the only issue that's really that jeopardises the future of football, full stop, which is wage costs. And it's interesting how they don't mind the economics trickling down. So when it's a trickle-down economic, which means that the salaries of the Premier League land in Championship, land in League One, League Two, they don't mind those trickle-down economics. They don't mind that. They're quite happy with that. But when it's trickle-down economics, which is starting to control wages, we don't like that. It's just nonsense.
It's not going to happen now. Players are on 7-8 year deals now. Morgan Rogers just signed a 6-year deal. Haaland, was it 7 years? Palmer, 7 years. Some maybe 8 years. How are you going to put a salary cap in? What about the players that are already on them long-term contracts?
I've given up with money, especially in the Premier. Who knows what they do now, how they get away with it. Well, not away with it. You know, if that's their value and they agree it and the clubs agree it, then. Of course. It's a difficult one. Top of Haaland, he scored 2 last night, didn't he? For Norway heading to the big one.
Yep. Great good to see Haaland there. I think
I'm not going to go into Gab because I don't know enough about it, to be honest.
Yeah, Simon's always going to want the players.
And
Simon's an ex-owner. He probably never wanted players to come and knock on his door for a new deal. So he'll be happy for players to have a salary cap. 100%.
Yeah. But should there be, in your opinion?
I don't think so, no. I think if the clubs are willing to pay the money, it's down to the clubs to not pay it. Some of the clubs now, though, Alan, they do have to because players just go and sign for someone else. So it's as simple as that. But it's the Premier League, biggest league in the world, the standard, the quality.
Do you worry about the fans, what they've got to pay now to watch Premier games home and
Why
away?
should they, though? Why should the fans have to pay? We've got billionaire owners. Why should the fans have to pay extra for their tickets?
Don't they?
Oh, no, the fans shouldn't have to. I totally agree. The cost of Premier League games is outrageous for families. 100%.
Right, okay, we move on. And of course, Gabby just told us Ali. I spoke to him the other day. He never mentioned LA to me.
Yeah.
But we're not going to LA, we're going to Vegas.
Viva Las Vegas! Viva Las Vegas! How I wish that there were more than the 24 hours in the day. Even if there were 40 more, I wouldn't sleep a minute.
Yes, thanks to our friends at Virgin Atlantic. We're giving you and a mate a chance to win the ultimate trip of a lifetime to beautiful Las Vegas. You'll kick things off in style with exclusive access to the Virgin Atlantic Clubhouse, Heathrow, then fly in upper-class comfort, which is very, very good.
Is it?
Oh, yeah, with live flatbeds and premium service all the way to Vegas. Gab, you're up the back as a bar.
Yeah, wow.
You'll be on your cocktails up
it's
there.
At the
You've
front.
done it before.
It's at the front, not the back.
Eh?
At the front of the plane.
Oh, when I've been on there, I was at the back.
That's Emirates. Virgin's always at the front of the plane.
Is it?
Yeah.
Really?
That's why people say, oh, you're going to turn left. First.
I'm talking about the bar, you numpty.
Yeah, the bars.
It's not.
It is.
You can't have the bar at the front of the plane.
Okay, not at the front. Is that like the middle?
Yes, yeah. It's not at the front, it's the middle. I'll give up. Once you touch down, you check into a spa villa for 4 nights. Cheer from the stands at the Vegas Raiders take on Kansas. And we're throwing in $5,000 cash to play with while you're there. So, by the way, you don't have to play it. You don't have to play the $5,000. Let's make that clear. You can stick that in your old Skyrocket. So clear your calendar, January 2nd to the 7th, 2026, because this could be your best start to New Year ever, Elvis.
21 plus, UK excluding Northern Ireland. For a chance to win, text WIN to 83338. Text at £2 plus standard network rates. Bill payer's permission required. Or call 03434239761. Calls are charged at standard rate. All entries must be received by the 28th of November at 4 p.m. This is a network promotion. Run across talkSPORT, Virgin Radio UK and Talk. Full terms and conditions at talksport.com.
Now, speaking of the States, a certain talkSPORT colleague is once again, he's gone viral, right? We've got Big Country, we've got Big Skies, and we've got Big Ginge.
Under centre now, Daniel Jones has Pittman going in motion, has Jonathan Taylor in the backfield, gives it to Taylor up the middle, gets the yardage needed for the first down, maybe a yard more. He's past the outside, they haven't brought him down, out to 30, 35, 40, 45, 50. Taylor can go all the way here. He's got 2 blockers. He's going to go all the way. 10, 5, touchdown, Colts. Jonathan Taylor. Unbelievable. And with that, he breaks Edgerrin James, Indianapolis Colts, rushing touchdown record. This man is special indeed.
Talking about money, how much do these guys earn? Big Ginge, also known as Will Gavin, has got the whole of America calling for him to ditch his role here at talkSPORT. By the way, Ginge, think of the dollars. And head over to the pond to be an NFL commentator. So let's find out if he's got his bags packed as he joins us now. Morning, Big Ginge.
Good morning, Ginge.
Will.
Morning, gents. Yeah, there better not be a salary cap at talkSPORT because they're going to pony up the readies to stop me from going across the pond.
By the way, listen, if I was you, I'd be off ski. Don't worry about that.
Alan.
Well, make no mistake. What? I'd take the dough. I'd be gone. Don't worry.
No loyalty, Alan.
No.
Why?
Because what you could get there compared to here is fortunes.
Yeah,
We're not talking about a little bit of a difference. We're talking massive difference.
TalkSport's a family. Will's a big part of the family, aren't you, Will?
No.
Will's
there you
go, Gabby. Obviously,
right? But Will has already worked out. Don't worry about that.
I'm just figuring out a way I can do both, Al. It's a short season, the NFL. It only runs from like September to February. I can come back. I can still be part of the family, and then just head out there for the season every year. Why not?
No. You will make enough money between September and February to buy talkSPORT.
Al, have you ever worked as an agent? Because I could do with somebody, actually.
Seriously. Have we got a game coming up in Madrid?
Yeah, first ever game at the Santiago Bernabeu this Sunday. The Dolphins and the Commanders. It's maybe not as sexy as it was on paper going into the season. Both teams have struggled a little bit this year. But what's so great about the NFL and what's such a joy about it is quite often those games which are terrible. There was one this weekend that just gone which looked like it was going to be absolutely rubbish. And we got the equivalent of a team coming from 3-0 down to win 4-3 in the last 20 minutes kind of thing. So it's a league that's designed for parity. They've got a salary cap. I heard you guys just talking about that. And so I think they do drama in every game really well. And the fact is, the first time in Spain, the first time in Madrid, the first time in that iconic, legendary stadium, we're going to get there early, go for a walk around the pitch, really try and soak up that atmosphere. And then to get to do a game in there, to get to do commentary for it is going to be absolutely
How are the Dolphins doing? Well, this season so far, after 10 games?
Dolphins not great, to be frank. I came into the season kind of expecting that they may struggle. They are currently only 3 wins in 10, but they've had a couple of surprise wins the last couple of weeks. They beat the Buffalo Bills, who were the favourites to win their division, and that was kind of a big surprise. And so, they're a team who have clung on a little bit to relevance. We thought their head coach might have been fired by now. There's now talk about keeping him around for next year, and they've had a couple of injuries. So it's like the NFL is one of those leagues where you can very easily. It's such a fine thing. It's such a knife edge that a call goes their way in each game. A referee makes a different decision, and suddenly instead of being 3-7, they're 7-3. So that's the feeling amongst the fan base. I think that their defense is just not very good. But that means more points, more scoring, more touchdowns, and more chances to go viral and earn some of that money.
What about the cheerleaders?
They bring those over as well. The Dolphins are the home team. They bring those over. They bring the cheerleaders. They bring the T-shirt cannons and the mascots. And whenever they do these games at Wembley, at Tottenham, at the Bernabeu this weekend, they put on all of that Americana, all of that kind of pomp and circumstance. And sometimes, football fans ask, are people into it? Are people, British fans wanting that? And that's part of the experience. It's you want it to be as authentic as possible when you're watching a game. And people complain it's stop-start, but when you go and watch it in stadium, they're never not entertaining you. They're never not finding a way to keep the crowd going.
See, if I was playing, I'd be Alan Dan Marino, Brazil. You'd be the Birmingham Fridge.
Why the Birmingham Fridge?
Because he was a lump.
Was he?
Oh, yeah, he was a lump. McCoy's in LA. Would he be taking a game in? Are they at home, LA, this weekend?
They've got a huge game this weekend. In fact, probably the biggest game of the entire week, his Rams team. I think the two best teams in the NFL both sit in their division, the Rams and the Seahawks. And the Seahawks go to SoFi Stadium on a Sunday night at 9 o'clock, and that could decide who's going to be home seeding, who's going to get a chance in the playoffs to host, and therefore who could end up going to the Super Bowl this year.
Wow.
I think these two teams
and the Super Bowl is where this year?
Super Bowl's in San Francisco this year. We will be there, of course, doing live commentary for it. We're there for the whole week, interviews, and probably taking some dinners, Al, and maybe trying to find that contract and find the people who are going to sign me up.
Ginge, it was lovely to meet you.
You deserve it, mate.
It was lovely to know you, Ginge. Do the right thing. See you later. I'll see you down Fisherman's Wharf.
Never.
Right, still to come. Will Gavin there doing a great job. Still to come on Breakfast.
Superstar Breakfast preview on talkSPORT with Travis Perkins. Download the new improved app to easily manage your accounts and quotes.
He's in LA. I can't believe him.
He's gone to that game, hasn't he?
Why didn't he tell me yesterday?
He lies to you, mate.
Secret squirrel, isn't
he?
Right, England fans, let's hear from you this morning. 7 wins from 7 in qualifying, 20 goals scored and none conceded. They're starting to feel that Thomas Tuchel's the man to win the World Cup next summer, eh? Do you like the fact he's keeping the likes of Bellingham and Foden on their toes? Or could all this come back to haunt them in the big games? 03 717 223344 is the number. Give us a call. So far, so good for Thomas. That was a look ahead with Travis Perkins.
Superstar Breakfast preview on talkSPORT with Travis Perkins. Get free next day track delivery. Head to travisperkins.co.uk or download the app.
to North London, Eubank Jr versus Ben on talkSPORT.
Let's get ready to rumble!
This is insane! Never seen anything like this!
The winner by unanimous decision, Chris Eubank!
This is a moment in time that we will never forget. And the final scene absolutely delivered.
We'll catch you next time.
Okay, 10 minutes to 7. Gabby alongside. I hope I'm not getting my cough back again. What's it like in Birmingham? They tell me there's some horrible flus about at the moment. It's going to be the worst winter for a while.
I had a bad sore throat. I feel like everyone's got a little bit. Something's trying to come and then your body fights it
Well, all accounts there's 4, Gab. There's 4 different variants. There's the flu and then there's 3 others.
Yeah, I feel like everyone's...
COVID, and there's 2 others which I've not heard of. So beware. I'm having a flu jab on Tuesday.
Yeah, but you said you got on the penicillin.
Yeah, well, with my chest.
Yeah, with your
if I
chest,
get in my chest and I let it go, I'm in big trouble.
Yeah, big trouble, yeah.
Right, what do we know this Friday morning's advantage? Is it Curaçao in the race for the World Cup qualification following a win over Bermuda, and Jamaica drew in Trinidad. So Steve McLaren got his draw over at Dwight York's Trinidad. You've been over to Trinidad?
No, never been there. I've only been to Jamaica.
Isn't it? I've been there. I've been to both, actually.
What's it like, Trinidad?
Average. I'd say, for me, listen, it was fine. People were nice. Jamaica, give me Barbados.
Yeah, you're Barbados, aren't you?
Yeah, I think the people are so friendly in Barbados.
Are they?
Really, really nice, yeah.
Is that because you're in a 5-star hotel there?
No. Oh, so you're in a corrugated iron hut, are you? Were you going on holiday? Are you?
3-star for me, Alan, mate. I don't need 5-star like you.
Gabby, people know what you're like. You're a liar.
But I do want to try different islands out, though, in the Caribbean. And to be some lovely islands.
Antigua's nice.
Yes.
That's nice.
Yeah.
Oh, there'll be some beauties there.
Yeah.
Right. You know a couple of these players, don't you?
For Curaçao, there's Bacuna brothers. One play for Villa, one play for Bellingham City. But Jamaica have got some good players, though.
Yeah.
Cordoba Reed, DeMar
They should be getting there.
Yeah, they should be. They've got the strongest squad of players. So hopefully they can.
So the winner next week goes to the World Cup.
Exactly.
There you go.
What a game that'll be. Wow.
Right.
I think Curaçao already beat them in qualifying as well. Yep.
Euro 2028 Chiefs have promised fans will not be priced out the tickets for what's been called the biggest event on UK and Irish soil ever. And ahead of Eubank Jr, Ben 2, Chairman of Matchroom Boxing, Eddie Hearn, revealed a rather hilarious story on talkSPORT yesterday about Chris Eubank Sr. and his dad's Barry's 60th birthday. Have a listen to this.
Yeah, my father and Chris Eubank Sr. went on the most unbelievable journey. Chris Eubank Sr. came into my dad's office on a bus. I think he was living virtually rough on the streets of Atlantic City. And he came in to meet my father, and they went on the most incredible journey together. They were inseparable. Both men actually said in interviews, I would take a bullet for this man. My dad made Chris Eubank a load of money. Eubank was a huge part of Matchroom's growth during that period as well. My dad was best man at his wedding. They were inseparable. I said this in the break. I wasn't actually going to say it, but I really couldn't care less because I think I'm listening to that drivel. And I just think about the time when my dad had his 60th birthday party and I wanted to bring everybody together that really meant something to him, all the special people in his life. So I made the call to Senior. And the first thing he said to me was, is there an appearance fee? And I actually could not believe what I heard. And I will never, ever forget him saying those words. And when I said no, he said, will you pay for my driver instead? And I did pay for the driver. And I gave him 300 quid outside the gates of Maskell's for his driver to drive him from Brighton. And I thought, I'll never forget that.
Sounds like you, Al.
No, I would never if I'm going to friends.
A fee? Wow.
Well, but he's a strange character. I was in a bank one lunch, right? I got invited. It was one of them charity dues, and I took the people who won the charity to lunch at somewhere they couldn't get before. There was a private Scottish bank in between the city and the West End. It was special, lovely. He turned up. Oh, Eubank Sr. Just turned up. How he got in, we don't know.
Was it invited?
No. And just sat down. Hello. And that was it. And I'm like, oh. And I said to the guy who organised it, I said, that was nice. Chris turned. He said, I don't know how you got in here. He wasn't invited. But he does that.
He just turns up places.
But he's always immaculate dress,
Yes.
He's got his cane and all that.
I watched the press conference yesterday, and he went on a little rant about apparently someone in Matchroom or the Ben camp had said that he was paid to go to the last fight, Eubank Sr.
Well, you never know what goes on there.
I know, but he went on a big rant, and Eubank Jr. wasn't happy about it. And then Nigel Ben and Chris Eubank Sr. had a little face-off as well, Al.
Did they?
Yeah, it could have easily kicked off. Close, I reckon.
Well, both Warriors. Drive at 4 comes live from the weigh-in this afternoon. You can expect fireworks. Eubank Jr versus Ben. Can't wait for tomorrow from 7 o'clock live on talkSPORT. I watch live in the zone. Right, time for a bit of this. It's 5 minutes to 7. Shabam. So why are we playing this?
Well, never mind Belfast, but Republic of Ireland are nearly, very, very nearly going to the World Cup. That was 2 goals from Troy Parrott last night at the Aviva. Parrott sees now Ireland third in the group after a 2-0 win over the Portuguese. They're third in the group, but would secure a playoff spot if they beat Hungary on Sunday. Ronaldo, of course, was sent off, his first sending off for Portugal in 226 games. He was doing the crybaby face.
He was rattled, wasn't he?
Fans. And then he was given his marching orders, which is interesting now, because if he's found to have the violent conduct...
Pardon me.
God bless you.
Pardon me.
You okay, Al?
No.
Bless you, mate.
No.
Wow.
I've got the red, white and blue coming. Sorry, you were saying, Shabba?
He might miss the first game in the World Cup if they qualify. If it's upgraded.
I don't mind you saying that. Rules are rules.
Yeah.
Look, you know, if he was tearful, he meant it. You know, one thing about Ronaldo, he's at that age now, he doesn't have to kid in.
But won't you miss 2 games if they go straight through to the World Cup?
So there'll be another game before, though, the competition, right? So that'll be the game that he misses.
Oh, okay, misses. Okay.
Yeah.
We want to see Portugal there, don't we?
Want to see Portugal there. You want to see the Irish there, right? I mean, DJ Ed. You want to see the Paddies down under. Down under? They're not even going down under, are they?
Who's this, the Cause?
This is C'est La Vie by Bewitched.
Is it? Oh, not the Cause.
What's that got to do with the Irish?
Do you know what C'est La Vie means? Because they're Irish.
Who?
Bewitched.
Are they? Don't know. Bewitched? No idea.
You've never heard of this song?
Bewitched was Samantha. Which was
Yeah, but the
Bewitched on
nose.
telly. That was. There's only one Bewitched.
No, the Bewitched, the band.
Never heard of them. Never heard of them?
90s pop.
Come on
ones.
now.
Oh, see,
Pop,
listen.
mate. Pop.
This is why we need Irish back at the World Cup.
Well, get the Furies on or something.
Irish pop
The Furies.
back
Hey.
in Mexico, in America.
Phil Coulter or something. You know, not Bewitched.
Here's a question for you, though. Ireland and Scotland, quarterfinals of the World Cup. Who are you supporting?
Oh, stop that. Stop that right now.
Who are you supporting, Shaban?
It would have to be Scotland.
Oh.
Unless my sister plays for the Republic of Ireland. This is too much for little tiny brains to take in. Born and raised in Scotland.
You was?
Irish, yeah, me. And then my mum's side, all Irish. My sister plays for the Republic of Ireland.
Okay.
So why would you not want Republic of Ireland to do well?
No,
But
I'm
if
asking
it's
who would you...
Scotland.
Who would you, okay.
Scotland, yeah. Is that okay?
No. Your poor sister. Your poor sister.
Well, here come these men questioning where I come from again.
Let's sling it back his way, right?
Here we go. We got a break.
Nigeria, no, World Cup, Nigeria against England. Who are you supporting?
Yeah, Gabs.
Nigeria.
That is
I didn't expect him to say that. What about Nigeria against Scotland? Because your mum's Scottish.
Nigeria.
Well, head off to Nigeria. And beat it.
Get over to Lagos.
Go on, beat it. Lagos.
Lagos Airways.
97.1 Lagos FM. It's the Gabster. 7:07. Unbelievable.
knows there are 20 managers in the Premier League, yeah? Well, actually, no. Around 3/4 of them are not managers. The terms manager and head coach are often used interchangeably to describe Premier League bosses, but they're actually two different jobs. So let's explain how and why. For years, fans referred to Mikel Arteta as Arsenal's manager, but I'm afraid technically...
No, I don't think so, no.
From his first day on the job, he was the Gunners' head coach. Let's pick a random moment in time, February 2025. Only 6 Premier League bosses actually held the official title of manager rather than head coach. Man City's Pep Guardiola, David Moyes of Everton, Ipswich boss Kieran McKenna, Southampton's Ivan Juric, Oliver Glasner at Crystal Palace and Leicester's Ruud van Nistelrooy were the only actual managers of their respective teams. Everyone else? That's right, head coach, including Ruben Amorim at Man United. He took over from Erik ten Hag, a man who had held the title of manager. Might come as a surprise that Amorim's appointment marked the first time ever that Man United had a head coach instead of a manager. But to understand why they made that decision, you also have to get what the difference is between a head coach and a manager. A manager's got a huge range of responsibilities. They're not just in charge of training and player lineups, they're also heavily involved in player sales and transfers. Critical stuff. But a head coach's role is far more focused on team training and performance on the pitch. So whereas Ten Hag was highly involved with decisions around transfers during his tenure, the intention was that Amorim wouldn't be, at least not on the same level. And as the sporting structure at Man United changed under Sir Jim Ratcliffe, people like Sir Dave Brailsford took charge of transfers instead. How all those roles play out in practice may be slightly different at different clubs though. On the other hand, the contracts of actual managers like Pep or Moyes had no limits on their job role and their involvement with transfers and contracts. But those guys are actually in the minority now, and it's a change that's happened pretty quickly. In 2019, there were only 6 head coaches in the Premier League, but by 2025, there were 14. A clear indication that more and more clubs are moving towards a model where the guy in charge is actually only really in charge on the pitch. And the way things are going, it might not be long before all 20 clubs have got head coaches, and the job position of football manager in the top flight is no more.
Okay, 6 minutes after 7. How are we? Wrap up well this morning. It's going to be absolute, the whole weekend. In fact, Billy the Cab told me all week London's going to be horrible.
Is it?
Well, it is the winter coming, so we just...
Work from home if you can.
This is talkSPORT Breakfast. No, we don't want that.
Why,
We
Al?
want
It's a
people
Friday.
coming in and spending sandwiches and coffees.
It's a Friday.
I don't care. I don't care. We've got to get the economy going, right?
Yeah, you're right.
talkSPORT Breakfast with Gabby and Arnold Clark. Get the UK's best used car deals guaranteed on the way for you this morning. Find out why Neil Warnock was meeting a member of the royal family. Yes, there's a great picture in the paper. I didn't know Neil was from Mousehole.
Where's that?
Mousehole's down in, is it Devon or Cornwall, where all the little artists and, you know, it's very famous for down there on the port, on the quayside, all the artists. A fantastic little place. But there he was with one of the royals. Brilliant.
Future king.
Former Ireland... I'll give it away, Gab.
Sorry.
Former Ireland skipper Andy Townsend will tell us if the Republic are heading to the World Cup after beating Portugal last night. Ronaldo, by the way, could miss up to 2 games at the start of the World Cup. sent off last night. We'll be joined right in the studio by TV legend Ben Shepherd. And the one and only Johnny Barnes will reflect on England making it 7 wins from 7 last night. And it was right here on talkSPORT.
Not the 5-star, 5-goal performance that we saw in Belgrade against Serbia, but a very solid return to home soil. Goals from Saka and Eze, one in each half, getting the job done. England will play better, but there was never really too much danger the other way. Another step forward. England beating Serbia by 2-0. 10 competitive international victories in a row, something they've only ever managed once before in their history.
And by the way, I've just seen it. What a finish from Eze.
Unbelievable.
That is beautiful.
Yes, technique. Great assist from Foden as well,
And
right
that's
into his
confidence,
path.
Gab, to be able to do that without taking a touch.
100%. And like I said, Al, it's another headache for the manager because Eze, whenever he's played for his country, has played very well.
Great goal. Yes. So England easily beating Serbia 2-0 at Wembley. Some people thought it'd be 4 and 5. To make it 20 goals scored and unconceded, which is very important, and 7 wins from 7. And even though the Three Lions won 5-0 in Belgrade earlier this year, Thomas Tuchel was asked if he learned even more in last night's game than he did in the away fixture.
No, not more, but it's important to have all kinds of games. You know, like let's say if Harry maybe can score the header in the end of the first half, and we score then maybe the first chance we have in the second half, then yeah. Everyone thinks and things just go always in your way. It's good to overcome obstacles, and it's good to have a period where we cannot score the second one and they create chances, and to stay stable and not lose our head and regain control. It's good to have answers and proof of concept in all kinds of scenarios, and yeah, that's why I'm happy for that.
So Gab, the more I think about it, right, I'm not having Harry Kane will play every game, right?
No.
Something's going to happen. And I'm just thinking, who young there could make a late push? Would it be Delap? Would he be the one?
But look at the Euros. Harry Kane was playing injured, and Southgate didn't take him off. I think Thomas Tuchel takes him off. You're not playing, you're injured. And he kept on playing. He was costing us every game he was out there. If that happened again, touch wood, it doesn't. You need another striker available. You can't say Foden or Bellingham or Palmer or whatever.
I agree.
False nines. Delap and Watkins, for me, are fighting it out for one more place on that plane. Delap's got to get his scoring boots on. You know, he's come back into the team after a long injury, and he needs to start scoring goals. Watkins needs to get back into form, and I'm sure he will take 2 strikers. I don't see him taking 1 striker to a World Cup. No way.
Well, let's find out. So Thomas Tuchel, is he close to knowing his full starting 11 now? Let's get more on this with top football writer and co-host of the Sunday edition, Mr. Henry Winter. Henry, good morning.
Good morning, Henry.
Morning, Alan. Morning, Gabby. How are we?
Good.
Oh, well, mate.
Henry, 2 cracking goals. Eze's goal was just beautiful. Brilliant. Absolutely. Confidence, technique, gorgeous. First goal was good as well. But it was Serbia. With the greatest respect, I watched the first game 5. It was a non-event. Last night was a bit better. We still don't know, how England are going to fare against the big boys and what starting 11 that Tuchel has got in his mind. Have you any ideas?
Well, I think we know about 8 or 9 of the starting 11. I mean, there's a debate at left back, although O'Reilly did so well. As you say, Serbia not, the greatest, but they were supposed to be the biggest threat to England in qualifying. England went and thumped them 5-0 in Belgrade and 2-0 last night. And they had a new manager and looked like they had a little bit more life to them. I mean, they've got good players, Milenkovic and Vlahovic and players like that. But as you say, I mean, England's, the strength in depth. It's quite amusing that Tuchel, in your interview there, was referring to them as the bomb squad, which is normally the ones that you two were too good to be ever in a bomb squad. But they're normally the ones who are sort of training on the furthest pitch with the kids. But I just like his approach, and everything's about competition, and people seem slightly surprised almost what he's doing, but I think it's just simple good management. He's challenging players to go and deliver. But I agree with you, Phil Foden is certainly not a 9, possibly a false 9, and I'm sure if Ollie Watkins gets back into form. But the other one you should also consider as a 9 or as an option as a 9 is Marcus Rashford, obviously.
Yes.
He's there as Anthony Gordon's deputy on the left, although Eze came on and played on the left and did superbly, but different player from those two. But I think Rashford goes as the third centre-forward.
Do you think as well, Henry, that this manager, if you're not performing, he won't just take you to a World Cup because he needs 2 strikers or 3 strikers. He'll easily, like you said there, take Kane and Rashford and maybe an extra winger rather than take someone who's out of form just because you need 3 strikers, for instance?
I don't think he'll take anyone who's injured to the World Cup and hope they play their way into to fitness, as we've seen with Rooney and Beckham in past tournaments. I mean, look, this is partly his mentality. He's very demanding, but it's also, I mean, let's be honest about this. We've never had such strength in depth before. I mean, you look at the quality of players who came on. England had a good starting 11, and then you bring Eze on. You know, you bring Jude Bellingham on, England's Player of the Year, Real Madrid. You bring Phil Foden on, who was Footballer of the Year a year ago and is in fantastic form for one of the best teams in Europe. So the strength and depth that England have got is great, and it's allowing Tuchel to challenge players and basically say no one really owns the shirt. You have to fight for it.
Yeah, Henry, what sort of manager do you think Tuchel is? Will he look? And I'm thinking now at latter stages, you know, round before the quarter final, if England, you know, go on a run, which they're doing at the moment, is he a manager that will pick a side to not beat the opposition, but the way the opposition play, they're going to thwart that? Or is he just going to play his 11 and say, you worry about us?
It'll be a bit of both. I mean, I think he clearly will pick an 11 to beat the opposition. He's tactically very smart, not simply in the way he sets England up. I think we've pretty much seen the formation that he is going to play, whether you call it 4-2-3-1, wherever you see sort of Declan Rice and Elliot Anderson's blend. So England know they're going to go in with that sort of formation. I don't think we'll be seeing many back threes from him, but it's also what he does late on in games, and Chelsea fans will tell you this, and that the impact that he had late on with his tweaks, with his game management, with bringing on the substitutes and being decisive early. You sort of knew yesterday that the subs were going to be made around the hour mark because he wants to sort of rotate a little bit and see more of them. But he will be decisive. And I think, Gabby, were you saying earlier, well, that if Kane is not at 100%, he'll be taken off early.
Yeah, definitely. What about Henry? The one position that is up for grabs, left back. You know, we all thought Lewis Skelly would be the guaranteed left back going to the World Cup, but his game time, which will be frustrating for him, Calafiori playing so well, so he's not getting the game time he wants. But Nico O'Reilly, I mean, defensively so good, had Mo Salah in his pocket last night, was very good as well, and going forward a threat, and also his height, a big thing for set pieces.
Yeah, and I think he's a midfielder by trade, and he's been accelerated through the England age group ranks. What is he? He's 20 at the moment. Another player who's developed so well under Pep Guardiola. We've seen him against Mbeumo earlier this season. We've seen him against, Madueke first half, Saka second half at the Emirates. I mean, as you mentioned, Mo Salah as well. He caused Salah a problem because Salah doesn't like tracking back, and O'Reilly was really pushing up and helping Doku there. So I think that is outstanding, particularly if England on the left are going to play with a striker or an attacking wide player who comes in a bit, which Rashford likes to do. If you're going to get O'Reilly overlapping, that's great. But your point is completely right. England have got options at left back. I think Luke Shaw is now out of the equation, but don't rule out Lewis Hall if he has a run with Newcastle United. But I do think the left back who's going to come from Newcastle will be Tino Livramento. I mean, he's been injured.
I like him.
Yeah, he's been really good. Whether it's for the under-21s or whether it's for the seniors, he's played right and left for the seniors. And you guys know, you do need that versatility heading into tournaments with a long, intense stretch of games.
Henry, I don't know if you've seen it. I know you try and catch as many games as possible, but Steve McClaren against Dwight York last night, Jamaica, Trinidad, fascinating.
Yeah, I'm really pleased for Steve because we absolutely battered him when he was England manager and he failed to qualify for 2007. I mean,
I just look out the window, Henry. What's pouring out there?
Yeah, absolutely. I think he's more Bolly than Brolly at the moment, actually, which should be slightly more up your street. But I mean, I can remember the game against Andorra, the Montjuic, when he was getting absolutely battered by Ocelot, by the England fans. Still want McLaren out, even when Gerrard rescued him when it was at 2007. So look, he was out of his depth with England, but he's a resilient character. And whenever you meet him, and I've criticised him down the years, he's always, "How are you?" And he's so he brings a bit of light into a slightly rainy world.
Henry, have a nice weekend.
Thank you, Henry.
You very much, Henry.
Top man.
Winter there. Right, Shaban coming up. Steve Ayre, Phil Foden's former coach, coming up. Will Greenwood, big game. England against the All Blacks. Do you know what, Gab? I think England can beat the All Blacks.
Would you put money on it?
I think I might do.
Oh, okay,
yeah. My friend's a big rugby man. He says this is a very, very, very good England.
I have to get some odds on that, Al.
So I think All Blacks will be favourite. I might be wrong, but I might be having a little tenner on England.
Tenner? I love that. I'll match it.
Andy Townsend came up. Neil Warnock, live from Mosul. Was it Mosul? I don't know how you pronounce it, but it's a fascinating little place. Neil coming up around 8:32, and then Ben Shepherd in the studio, 7:17.
This is going to be a bloodbath.
It's one of the fights of the year.
Eubank, I can't wait to smash your head in.
That's why he didn't beat me, and that's why he shall not beat me in November.
Sean McGinn. And Rob Boyd on the wing. No Scotland, no party. Steve Clark's Tartan Army. And even if we don't win, we will win. We'll boogie on in Berlin. No Scotland, no party.
And Shaban is back with us. Well, almost.
How are you feeling about this tomorrow, Al?
I know where this is going.
Where's it going now?
Going Greek names, isn't it?
Oh, well, we've done this before.
Yeah, about 20 times.
It better not be a Greek tragedy, I tell you that.
Well, it could be. Let's be honest. The first game at Hampden I watched, and I thought we were very, very fortunate indeed. But we've got a habit of, somehow, struggling and winning games. The last two games, I don't know how we won them. So we'll give ourselves a wee chance, a big chance here. But this is not going to be easy in Greece.
Well, this is it. I mean, they are a decent side. We have to give them that. Of course, they beat England, didn't they, last year as well? A point tomorrow means come Tuesday against Denmark at Hampden, it should be an easier one. It should be one that we're absolutely pumped up for. I mean, the first time the Scots could get to the World Cup since 1998. It would mean everything, Al. I mean,
we need a point in Greece, don't we?
Need a point in Greece tomorrow.
I see Steve Clark saying, no, we're going to win it. But
Steve's saying we're going to go win.
But I'll take a point right now.
Absolutely. Of course you would. I mean, he's made it to 2 successive European tournaments to get to the Euros, Steve Clark. But this is almost like a defining moment for him to see if he can get the Scots to the World Cup as well, Gabs.
Massive. I mean, 1998, it's been too long. Like, we was lucky enough to be in the Euros last year, and the Scotland fans were amazing. No trouble, Shaban, enjoying, partying, having a good time, watching their team. To go to a World Cup, I think that they would have overachieved with that group of players as well to get to a World Cup. It shows how together they are as a team and how well the manager's done.
You would think it'd be an overachievement for Scotland to get to the World Cup.
I mean, with that squad of players...
It's a good squad of players, though.
Yeah, but some of the teams that will probably miss out, that are going to miss out, and that squad of players, I think they're definitely overachieving. Because a World Cup's so hard. There's a reason why they haven't been to a World Cup since 1998.
Yeah, but in saying that, everyone's saying this is the easiest World Cup to get to.
Yeah, but I'll just think with that group of players, they are getting every inch they've got out of John McGinn, out of Scott McTominay, out of Gilmore, out of Dykes. They're doing very, very well.
Okay.
It's not like
let's get this right. If we finish second, we're guaranteed a playoff.
Playoffs, yes.
Yeah.
I've not looked to see who we can get, but
it's always a tough team though. The playoffs. That's what you want to avoid.
Yeah, but we've got some decent players.
Yeah,
I agree. I totally agree.
That's what I'm saying. I actually feel this is one of the best Scotland's crop, and to not get to a World Cup with this group would be an absolute shame.
Yeah, I'm not going to write Scotland off in Greece, but we're definitely underdogs.
Well, don't worry about it. Alan Brazil has us covered with the Greek chat. Don't worry about that. Ed, no Greek chat.
Nah, move. We've had that.
Did Alan pay you a tenner not to play the clip?
We'll be doing Bob Monkhouse in a moment. Just keep going. Dear.
Just on the subject of Scotland, our Jamie O'Hara was trending yesterday for hammering Scottish football. Gabs, you weren't impressed, were you?
I didn't. The conversation, he went a bit cringy, didn't it? I didn't like the way he was speaking about Celtic aren't a big club. They are a big club, and anyone you speak to will explain how big Celtic are across the world, aren't they?
Yeah.
I think where Jamie went wrong, I've read bits on my phone and stuff like that. Celtic Rangers at the moment are very average, both. And I don't want to take it away from Hearts.
Al, we can hear it now if you want to. We can hear it, Al.
Do I really want to embarrass them? Because
let's hear it.
It's not good.
You can't get away from the facts that you're the 39th league, in the world, which is pretty shocking, and you're trying to say that you're a massive... Look, Celtic are a big club. Of course they are. I'm not saying that they're not. Yeah. But I look at it and go, this season, Stockport County they're top of League One. Stockport County...
You say that they would win the Scottish
They would go and win the Scottish Premier League this
Nonsense.
season.
Nonsense.
They would. They would go and win... They'd win your league.
Do you know what, Jamie? I was sort of thinking, okay, you've got a bit of a point there that Celtic Rangers are struggling, but I don't want to start slagging Stockport County off. No, I don't, because I've been there, I've commentated there, but Stockport wouldn't win the Premier. Not against Celtic Rangers. over a course of the season. No chance.
Shaban, what do you think?
Again, no disrespect towards Stockport, but no, I don't agree with that either.
No.
Jamie went on to talk about the fact that, Hearts are top, but Hearts have done good things, and they brought in, Tony Bloom at the club, whose plan was to disrupt and bringing in a number of players in the summer to try and make a difference straight away.
No doubt the Premier is not a strong league, Scottish Premier. No. It's poor, really poor at the moment.
Yeah, no one's saying that Celtic are the best club in the world in terms of on the pitch at the moment. The players will know that themselves. But to disrespect Scottish football and Celtic Football Club, saying they're not one of the biggest clubs in the world,
was it Karabakh
we miles off it.
We got pelters.
Well, Karabakh drew Chelsea, didn't they?
Correct.
Yeah.
And we got pelters.
Yeah.
And then Chelsea draw with them. So look, I go back to, and it was a long time ago, back to Rangers Leeds, Celtic down at Liverpool, John Hartsman, that great goal. So don't give me all that, Jamie.
There's not many clubs that have got the fan base of Celtic out there.
If he's on the wind up, yeah, fine. But it's got the SPL at the moment, anyone will tell you, is very, very poor.
Yes.
Yeah.
At least we're going to have a competition this year, because Rangers will come back. I think they've got the right manager now, Rangers.
Yeah.
Celtic will come back strong. Hibs are up there. Hearts with Tony Bloom. I think at the end of the year, Celtic will probably still win it, but it's good for the punters up there. Yeah. But in terms of standard-wise, it's poor.
Of course, and no one's disagreeing with that either. John Paul Dykes, by the way, fair play to him, handed O'Hara his dinner last night on Sky.
Well, Jamie does these things, doesn't he? You know what I mean? He wants to think about his paddle, never mind paddling up the Clyde.
No, but I think going back to Scotland, though, I think what a game it is. Like Alan said, get a draw, beat Denmark, and you're at the World Cup.
Fingers crossed. Everything crossed, because no Scotland, no party.
Exactly.
Shaban, thank you. Cheers. Right, we're going to talk Phil Foden in a moment. New Zealand, the All Blacks. That's a special event, isn't it? We've got the boxing coming up, but it's a special event when the All Blacks come to Twickenham. There's no doubt about it. Andy Townsend on Ireland, brilliant result for the Irish. The Coral Odds, Neil Warnock meeting the future king as well. Ben Shepherd in the studio as well. Gabby, it's go. Johnny Barnes coming up. See what John thought of last night. David Bumble Lloyd building up to the Ashes, for God's sake.
Brazil.
So it's going to be great. It's going to be brilliant. Right, coming up. I missed that.
Nothing, mate. Let's break.
He loves his
Nothing,
cricket.
mate. Let's break.
He loves the cricket.
Let's break. I do.
Loves it.
I love the Ashes.
Can't get enough.
You've never played cricket, have you?
I have, mate. I used to hit sixes for fun at school.
No, you didn't.
I did, mate.
Rounders.
Sixes.
Rounders, maybe.
I love the rounders.
Apart from football, what do they play in Nigeria?
Everything, mate.
No, they don't.
They do. I beat Scotland at cricket, Nigeria would. Sake.
Coming up at 7:30.
Well,
What football ground are you thinking of when someone says this?
Really tough place to go. Difficult place to go. Such a tough place to go.
It's a tough place to go at the moment.
It was a really difficult place to go.
But what are the toughest places to go, really? We've had a look. Forget a cold, wet Tuesday night in Stoke. Try a blizzard 220 miles inside the Arctic Circle. When Chelsea lost at Tromsø in Norway in the Cup Winners' Cup, a massive snowstorm hit at half-time. These two boys and their brooms were absolutely no match for it. We're staying in Scandinavia for Scotland's toughest away day on the side of a cliff in the Faroe Islands in Euro 2000 qualifying. The pitch at Toftir was like a cow field, never mind those gale force winds. The Faroe Islands part-timers equalised in stoppage time. Cue Scandi scenes. But away trips don't come tougher than playing Bolivia at altitude in La Paz. Or so we thought. The Bolivians have now taken home advantage to another level, literally 500 metres further up the Andes to the country's highest city, El Alto, 4,100 metres above sea level. Meanwhile, the loudest stadium in world football officially is the Ali Sami Yen, where Galatasaray fans set a world record of 131 decibels. That's louder than Motorhead. But our most intimidating away day is in Wales. Prison team HMP Prescoed was briefly kicked out the Gwent League over concerns about young opposition having to go in there. Now that's a tough place to go.
Be a lady tonight. Luck be a lady tonight. Luck if you've ever been a lady to begin with. Luck be a lady
tonight. talkSPORT Breakfast with me, Brazil Gabby, and our friends at Arnold Clark get £750 off any used electric car or home charger. Gabby's Vegas, the ultimate holiday destination. You've not been for a few years.
I've not been since 2017, 18, I'd say. But I've been enough over my career out. I probably
How much do you reckon you spent there? Tell the truth.
I don't know, mate.
£100?
More.
Really?
Yeah. I've probably been there.
Now, see me think back now.
10, 12 times.
A lot of money, innit?
Oh, yeah, but I wouldn't change it for the world. The best times of my life.
Really?
You've got it all out my system.
Because you were
parties.
a party animal, weren't you?
I was a party animal, mate.
Who told me?
I was out, mate. If there was a party, I was there. Say in the summer.
I find that hard to believe.
Really? Say in the summer, you get 5 weeks off. I probably spend 2 weeks in Vegas. People go for 2 days.
2 days?
The Americans do. They fly over.
From LA, yeah.
Of course. But unbelievable place. I can't on a breakfast show. I can't go into detail, but some crazy times there.
Why not? We're talking chicks.
Do you want me to?
Yeah.
Don't make me laugh. No, I will not, Alan. I'm not going to get in trouble. Oh, just partying. It's having fun, mate.
Yeah.
Yeah.
What was? Did you go to any shows, or was it just?
No. Just no betting.
No betting.
No shows. Just partying. Because that back then. Not as much now, I don't reckon. Pool parties in the day, and get back, have a bit of food, and you're out on the night.
The old tight speedos on, Gab?
The short sell.
Did you?
Yeah, the old Essex shorts.
Who were you there with?
Just my no, never went with any of the players. Don't, Alan, please. Marcus is there. Marcus done all right. Marcus enjoyed himself.
Thanks to our friends at Virgin Atlantic. We're giving you and a mate the chance to win the ultimate trip of a lifetime to beautiful Las Vegas. You kick things off in style with exclusive access to the Virgin Atlantic Clubhouse Heathrow, then fly in upper-class comfort, which is Virgin's version of first class, with lie flat beds and premium service all the way to Vegas. Once you touch down, you'll check into a spa villa for 4 nights, cheer from the stands as the Vegas Raiders take on the Kansas Chiefs, and we're throwing in £5,000 cash to play with while you're there. So clear your calendar. It's January 2 to 7th, so the 2nd to the 7th, 2026-19, because this could be your best start to the new year. Can you imagine that? Vegas, upper class, $5,000, happy day.
All over it.
Good luck to you.
21 plus, UK excluding Northern Ireland. For a chance to win, text WIN to 83338. Text at £2 plus standard network rates. Bill payer's permission required. Or call 03434239761. Calls are charged at standard rate. All entries must be received by the 28th of November at 4 p.m. This is a network promotion. Run across talkSPORT, Virgin Radio UK and Talk. Full terms and conditions at talksport.com.
Right, now this man returning to the England setup, is he going to force his way? He must do, isn't he? To the squad, and I think the starting 11 at the World Cup. We're talking about Phil.
Phil Foden. Here's Eza! That seals it. Wonderful goal from Berici Eza. Hit the bar moments earlier, but this time as Foden plays him in, he opened up the body and passed it into the top right-hand corner.
I'm still not convinced about Foden being the furthest up the pitch, if I'm being quite honest with you. I think the game lent itself, and the freedom of the game in the last 20 minutes lent itself to those two coming on, and Foden dropping back slightly on occasion, more room, more time available, and technically they're very good, no doubt about that, but that might be the impact that they might need later in games. It might not be a starting thing come next summer. Might not be looking for Foden to lead the line from the whistle, but to come on and have an impact like that, brilliant.
Yeah, so Phil returned for England last night, but not in his usual role. He came on for Harry Kane and played in a false 9 position. He didn't score, but he did set up Eze for the second goal. I'm not having this. Phil, for me, is someone who gets his ball on the half turn and attacks and gets it on the left foot and brilliant strike. He's not a centre forward. No, I don't care what anyone says.
Not at all.
Let's get more on Phil with someone who knows him better than most. He may say to me, "You're talking rubbish, Brazil." His coach, well, he was coming through the Manchester City Academy. So many good players have come through. A very good morning, Steve Eyre. Steve, morning.
Good morning, Steve.
Morning, Alan. Morning, Gabby.
Steve, I've not been disrespectful to Phil here, but for me, when you're going to a World Cup and you're taking on, real top sides, the qualifiers, it's all about qualifying, but once you're there, the game's changed. They're cagey. If anything happens to Harry, I can't see Phil stepping into that role.
No, probably not, and certainly not as a starter. But I think we saw last night that he's capable of finishing games in that position. He's done so for Manchester City as well. He'll always take the ball. He'll always avoid contact where he can, but he can also ride a physical challenge. He gets up very, very quickly. We know he can score a goal with his feet, and of course we've seen him score with his head too. And I think what gets underrated or not mentioned is the way he presses the ball and keeps the speed in the game at the top end of the pitch. So I'm confident he can play that role for club and country, but only as a filling-in exercise should somebody need to come off.
Yeah, absolutely.
Steve, do we have to be patient as well with Phil Foden? Because I think a lot of people, including myself, are probably looking at what he done in 2023, 2024, where he got 27 goals and 13 assists in 53 games. This season, only 1 goal, 1 assist in the Premier League in 9 games. But is that down to last season and maybe a few niggles he's been having, and you will come good for the rest of the season?
I think almost a certainty, Gabby, because it didn't leave me or any football supporters disappointed last year. There was no obvious follow-up with his Player of the Year season, but it left us a bit curious. But he seems to have come through that now. Manchester City are evolving again under the manager Pep Guardiola. Phil's in the middle of the pitch more often than not, getting into the box, linking with Erling Haaland. And I think he'll eventually do that with England, with Harry Kane too. And I think what sets him apart probably, although you could probably put Cole Palmer in the same bracket, I don't think we should discount the talent of Morgan Rogers, who's playing in the position at the moment. But it's the shots from the edge of the box, for me, Gabby, that will help win games and hopefully help us win a tournament that I don't think the other lads can score.
That's his trademark, wasn't it? And he scored a couple in the Champions League, didn't he? Those sort of goals. That's his trademark. Turn. Yeah. Doesn't need much space. Whip it into the corner.
Well, I think we're just seeing that now. I think we're almost in getting back to top form. And I also think the opportunity, dare I say it, for him and Jude Bellingham will probably play more showcase games between now and the World Cup for their clubs. Hopefully, Champions League finals, Premier League deciders, etc. He'll have an opportunity on the big stage domestically to show his talent, where possibly the other lads who are doing fantastic, Morgan Rogers, Elliot Anderson, they're doing brilliant for their club and for England. But I just think the two lads, Bellingham and Phil Foden, might just get the opportunity to play in the showcase games more and get themselves into the team.
Yeah, you mentioned Palmer there as well. I'm a big fan of Palmer, Steve. I think for the manager, Thomas Tuchel, what does he do without Kane? That's got to be a major problem for him if Harry gets injured. And also, what do you make of defensively? Are England strong enough at the back? Who would you play, for instance, centre-backs, and what full-backs would you play?
Well, I have to say 10 clean sheets tells me that it's strong enough presently, and a big shout for Jordan Pickford on 81 caps to break a record since 1966 for clean sheets. But obviously he'll get the acclaim for that. But in front of him, John Stones, if he can stay fit with Mark Gay, he looked fine last night. Yeah. And I do think Nico Riley, I don't think it's biased, but watching him every week, I think now he's got his first cap, Lewis Skelly, Lewis Hall, that they have an opportunity now to fight for that jersey. But the way that Nico O'Reilly defends in one box and attacks in the other, up and down all match, with the size and potential, I think he could really be the left back and give it a good go. And I've really been impressed with Conser of Aston Villa. So, you put them between them all. I think we're certainly stable enough, Alan. Like I say, 10 clean sheets recently certainly back that up.
It's a fantastic squad. Steve, just one last one, because I've got to move on. City, can they win the Premiership?
Well, yes, they can. I will maintain, I still believe we are the second best team in the Premier League at the moment behind Arsenal. We'll need to score from a few more set pieces like they do to possibly decide, hard games. But I think if we can be within 3 or 4 points of Arsenal by the time we play them at the Etihad, that will definitely mean that we can, Alan, yes.
Steve, nice one.
Spot on, Steve. Thank you, mate.
My pleasure.
Steve, big City man. Phil Foden's former coach with the Academy. I'd go with that. When you Arsenal are the best, but City are coming. Don't worry about that.
and you do not want Manchester City hunting you down.
No.
Because they've done it before to Arsenal.
And 2 goals for Haaland last night again. Crikey, unbelievable. Right, it's a big... the next few weeks are great, aren't they, with the rugby, with the boxing and with football.
Also,
I'm really...
Grand Prix as well.
Well, I think
that ends in a couple of months. Next month.
3 more to go, isn't there? Right, I just think it's going to be interesting. I think England can beat the All Blacks, but we'll find out from an expert. Dr. Will Greenwood coming next.
Lovely.
Superstar Breakfast preview on talkSPORT with Travis Perkins. Doing what matters for the trade. Find your local branch at travisperkins.co.uk.
bloodbath.
It's one of the fights of the year.
Eubank, I can't wait to smash your head in.
That's why he didn't beat me, and that's why he shall not beat me in November.
Okay, 9 minutes to 8 o'clock. If you're coming out today, this morning, wrap-up's going to pour all day and cold in Scotland as well. This is talkSPORT Breakfast with Gabby. What do we know this Friday morning? Well, I tell you what, Ronaldo, Cristiano, was sent off for the first time in his international football as Portugal missed the chance to secure World Cup qualification with a 2-0 defeat by the Republic of Ireland in Dublin at the Aviva. England extended their flawless record in World Cup qualifiers, a 7th successive victory as Serbia were beaten at Wembley. Arsenal duo Saka, good goal, but Eze's goal was a gem. Got the goals for Tuchel's side. Now, it might be Eubank Jr versus Ben tomorrow, but Joshua is never far away from the news, and YouTube boxer Jake Paul has emerged as a shock candidate for his next fight. Chairman of Matchroom Boxing, Eddie Hearn, who represents Joshua, joined Simon and Jim in the studio yesterday and spoke instead on whether we could see AJ against Fury. Here we go again, but this time in 2026.
AJ doesn't fight Tyson Fury. Turkey Al Sheikh has failed to make the fight.
It will be on him, not you.
It will be on him, and I don't believe he will fail. I believe you will see AJ against Tyson Fury in 2026, and it will be the biggest fight we've ever seen in British boxing. But I can't speak on behalf of Mr. Fury. What he does is up to him. If he wants to stay retired, good luck to him. He deserves all the success.
Now, you believe we will see
I do.
AJ against Tyson Fury? You're saying live in talkSPORT this lunchtime. You believe we will see in 2026 Anthony Joshua fight Tyson Fury where?
Wherever Turkey Al Sheikh wants it to be. And I believe there's a very good chance you could see it in this country.
Equal purse for the two fighters.
We'll never know, Jim. And that's the beauty of what he does.
Look, it's an entertainment business. It's a brutal business, but I'm more concerned with this weekend. Don't worry about that.
100%.
I'm sick and tired of talking about Tyson.
Fury, AJ, and then it'll come to it out, and then it won't be what.
Oh, forget that. talkSPORT brings you a huge rematch between Eubank Jr and Conor Ben this Saturday, live from the Spurs Stadium. Drive at 4 p.m. comes live from the Wayne this afternoon. Can we expect fireworks? Heavyweight Dave Allen joined our boxing team that will keep you right across a busy fight week. And don't forget, you can watch along with us on the night over on the talkSPORT Boxing YouTube channel. That's Chris Eubank Jr versus Conor Ben tomorrow from 7 p.m. live on talkSPORT, or watch live on DAZN. Right, time now to get an update on the rugby in partnership with Cheltenham.
Autumn Internationals preview on talkSPORT with Cheltenham. Tackling the taboo of male urine leakage head on. Find out more at cheltenham.co.uk.
Let's say a very good morning. Straight into it. A great pleasure. Say a very good morning to 2003 World Cup winner with England, Will Greenwood, joins us. Will, good morning, Will.
Good morning, Will.
Good morning. Your production team had to give me a call. I was having a little night lying this morning.
I don't blame you.
I forgot I was chatting to you boys. Sorry.
Well, I don't blame you because the weather's pants today and it's going to be this all day. So, but this is a cracking game. They're always big occasions, aren't they? And I know England against All Blacks in terms of records, wins and stuff like that, but then who has a great record against All Blacks? But I honestly believe England have a big chance here, Will.
Yeah, the bookies have got England as favourites. I mean, the great thing about this Quilter Autumn series is the Northern Hemisphere, bar Wales, the home nation, are doing really well. So historically, the Autumn series was like, there's 4 games. Could we nick 2? If we nick 2 out of 4, we've had a great autumn. As the power shift, even though the World Cups have still been dominated by the Southern Hemisphere, as the power shifted to the north, and Ireland have had that dominant run, Scotland under Gregor is doing fabulously well, then every Saturday there's a humdinger. And last week was France-South Africa, unbelievable. South Africa won with 14 men, which was incredible. This week England go up against New Zealand. And, I mean, New Zealand are building under Razor. They are starting to go on a little bit of a run themselves. They've almost got a team at home of injured players who could make a World Cup semi-final, and yet they're still turning out a team that people fear. New Zealand are extraordinary at turning out good teams, but Borthwick, squad of 36, he's got a great mood in the camp. They've got 9 on the spin. They don't fear anyone. Twickenham's a great place to play. It's going to be an absolute belter.
You say Twickenham. The last time England had beat New Zealand was in 2012 in Twickenham.
Yeah.
Only won 2 of the last 12 against New Zealand. What makes us favourites tomorrow?
It's a bit like Man City, Tottenham. We can't beat Tottenham. Can we? We're a good side, but we can't beat Tottenham. England are a good side, can't beat the All Blacks. So what makes them favourites? So New Zealand had a decent home record this year and then got their record defeat put on them by South Africa. New Zealand were beaten by Argentina for the first time in Argentina. So they're vulnerable. Why are England favourites? We finished the Six Nations with 4 on the trot, having lost to Ireland in the first game. We beat France, who were outstanding. We went to Argentina, won 2 away. We started the autumn series. We're beating Australia, unbelievably comfortable. Fiji are a good team. They came hard at us, and yet we put them away by 20. The squad depth is great. You say we haven't beaten them since 2012. You're right, at Twickenham.
At Twickenham, yeah.
But we put one of the all-time great England performances. We beat them in 2019.
Yeah.
So why they're good, but not epic yet. And we're developing and could be fabulous. So we're in that sort of inflection point, and it would be hugely frustrating. I'm not going to say disappointing because the words get taken out of context. I think this England lot, if they wake up Sunday and they've been beaten, they'll look at the video and go, we blew that.
What about forward fly half? Happy with that?
Yeah, what a player. I mean, what a player. I'm trying to think of, again, let's get into the football chat. The United fans might disagree with me. So Casemiro, but maybe the wrong is, name me an epic old midfielder who stands in the middle and just controls a game.
Pirlo.
Oh, mate, there he is, George Pirlo. I saw him play. I saw him play for Juventus against Celtic.
What a player.
Unbelievable. They beat him 1-0, and Pirlo, walked around like he had.
Sorry, Will, who 1-0? They beat them? Do you mean Celtic beat them, or?
No, this was years ago, boss. Sorry, years ago. Juventus beat Celtic 1-0 up at Celtic Park, and I was there. And Pirlo walked around, and he looked like Hugh Hefner with a dressing gown on in the middle. He just walked around. His heart rate never got above 40. Total control, and that's where George Ford is at the moment. In the form of his life, seeing everything, bossing everything, and his skill set's backing it up. So I think that's a fair call at 10.
Yeah. Well, just one last one. South Africa, you mentioned earlier, they're strong again, aren't they?
Oh, honestly, the physical specimens. I think you were just talking about Joshua and Fury. Stick 4 of those lads in a ring and good luck getting out.
Absolutely. Can't wait for the next World Cup. Can't wait. Will, enjoy the weekend.
Thank you very much, Will.
There you go. Will Greenwood tells us there England are favourites. I knew this would be close. and I think England beat them.
It's coming up, a classic game, isn't it, against New Zealand?
Oh, they're awesome. They're awesome. Coming up to 8 o'clock, talkSPORT.
Autumn Internationals preview on talkSPORT with Tenor Men. Tackling the taboo of male urine leakage head on. Find out more at tenormen.co.uk.
The Lions. Real-life fantasy rugby. Bitter rivalries set aside in a quest to create the world's best team in weeks. There's nothing like it, but who on earth had the idea and how did it all begin? Incredibly, the first Lions tour was organised and funded by three men who played in England's first ever Test cricket match. Opening bowler Alfred Shaw, opening batsman Arthur Shrewsbury and captain James Lillywhite. The 1888 Lions squad then, made up of 17 English, 4 Scots and 1 Welshman and a Northern Irishman, took a 46-day boat trip to New Zealand before heading to Australia. The Lions weren't alone on the boat. Also on board were 300 stoats and weasels who were brought over to eliminate New Zealand's rabbit problem. The first ever Lions captain, Robert Seddon, died of drowning midway through the tour while sculling on a river. Andrew Stoddart, who was another of the cricketers there, took over and was the star of the tour. The next one was the first to get official recognition from the RFU against the newly formed Springboks. Although the Lions won the series and beat the Boks again 5 years later, in the 12 series since in South Africa, they've only won 2. New Zealand has proved an even tougher hunting ground, just the one series win for the Lions in 11 attempts, which came in 1971. And then there was that nail-shredding drawn series in 2017, only the second in Lions history. Only once have the Lions clinched a series after losing the first test, 1989, when David Campese's infamous ghost pass was pounced upon by Ian Evans. Before World War II, the Lions had a dark blue strip, which on the 1930 tour forced the All Blacks to play in all white. So in 1950, the iconic red shirts, white shorts and blue and green socks combination was born. It remains the symbol of the greatest alliance of adversaries in all of sport. To borrow the phrase from Jim Telfer, the Lions is Everest.
Good morning, 6 minutes after 8 o'clock. Crikey, we got enough paper in front of us here. No one of the Amazons. What a waste. Honestly. Look at it. It's everywhere, isn't it? talkSPORT Breakfast with me, Brazil, Gabby, and Arnold Clark get the UK's best used car deals guaranteed on the way for you this morning. Top talkSPORT boxing host Adam Cattrall will be with us right here in the studio at 8:30, thanks to Gabby. Our agents here at talkSPORT are just they're on strike, aren't they, with the junior doctors?
I'll get our guests on out.
Yeah, I know.
I'll just do extra.
To preview the unmissable rematch between Eubank Jr. and Conor Ben tomorrow. What a fight, live on talkSPORT. I can't wait. The one and only Johnny Barnes will reflect on England making it 7 wins from 7 last night. And we'll have Gabby's favourite part of the week. Get your lamp ready. Ed, it's Jeannie Gab. Before all that, though, 2002 must feel like a long time ago for the people of Ireland. It was so long ago that this banger was topping the charts across the country. God. I remember this.
Banger, this
2002.
What a tune. Who sings this?
The Ketchup Song.
This was
the best-selling song. Monsters, Inc. was the highest-grossing movie. The country started using the euro for the first time, Gab. Oh. And Roy Keane and Mick McCarthy had a famous bus stop at the World Cup over in Japan and South Korea. That remains the last time they qualified for the biggest tournament in football. What a night last night, though. All that could change after they beaten Portugal 2-0 to move into contention. Let's find out just how huge qualification would be for Ireland. Well, the man who's capped a whopping 70 times and played in multiple World Cups. Let's head to beautiful Chipping Camden. Andy Townsend. Morning, Andy.
Morning, Andy.
Morning, Al. Morning, guys. It's a bit wet out here this morning, let me tell you.
I don't care. It's still my one.
Get them boots on.
Villages.
Wellies on. It's very much welly weather today, let me tell you. It has not stopped raining all night long. But hey, what a night last night.
Oh,
what
I know. Brilliant. You know, Ronaldo. It was interesting before. The Irish coach talking about, referee, please don't let Cristiano get at you. And Ronaldo ends up leaving the pitch early. Red card.
Yeah, he did, and he deserved it. Look, he can have no complaints. I mean, he was getting a bit frustrated, obviously, because as you imagine, the game they had all the ball really in the first 20-odd minutes, but every time we broke, we looked like we could score. Honestly, Troy Parrott and Ogbene were terrific last night, and I think tactically the team was as good as I've seen them for a very, very long time. They were absolutely outstanding to a man, really good.
Andy, Ireland have been crying out for a top striker, haven't they? Ever since Robbie Keane left. You know, Ferguson, you got Eder, Parrott. But is Parrott going to be the guy? 2 goals last night. He's doing very well at AZ Alkmaar, isn't he? 14 goals last season. He scored 6 in 7 this season in the league. Is he the go-to man now, would you say?
Well, I mean, look, Evan Ferguson, since he's been in Italy, when he went there at the start of the season, he was scoring goals pre-season, and everyone thought, wow, Evans really, the pennies finally dropped with him, and he's really going to go on and be the absolute main man. Not available last night, Gab, so Troy played, and he was terrific. He played really, really well. His first goal was a dream for any striker, a couple of yards out, just in the right place, tucks it in. Second one was a good goal. Second one, he took that really well. And there is no doubt, look, ever since he first appeared on the scene, Troy, he's always been billed as the next great thing, and that he's going to be this, he's going to be that. Sometimes a little unfairly, maybe. But last night, mate, in a game that really mattered, and I think that's the really pleasing part last night, is that when it really mattered, the boys produced, and he most certainly did. And what a chance they've got now to go to Hungary and get into these playoffs.
So tell me the permutations, Andy. So they go to Budapest.
Correct.
Do they have to win, or is the draw good enough?
No, they've got to win now. Draw's no good. Got to win. So all the pressure is very much on Hungary. Portugal, you would imagine, they're at home to Armenia. So they still need something. You would think, obviously, they're going to win that. So look, it's just it's a one-off game. It's technically even though we're a point behind Hungary and do need to win the game, it's in our hands. We can go there knowing that a victory. I'll tell you what, a performance like last night, and I'm sure they'll play very similar. Mm-hmm. They'll sit in, they'll let Hungary have most of the ball, they'll let them creep up the pitch and try and then get in behind them. What they did really well last night was they weren't just going back to front, they were playing their way out and then picking their passes to get the boys in the last sort of 30, 40 yards in good situations. And tell you what, don't forget, Benny hit the post as well first half. Could have gone in 3-0 up, which would have been incredible, really. So did really well.
I feel like you said there, Andy, when you look at the defence, look at the keeper, Kelleher, top goalkeeper, O'Brien, Collins, O'Shea, experienced defenders back there as a back three as well, with Scales as a wing back. They've got the base, haven't they, of a strong defence. Don't concede, and then, like you says, try and hit on the counter. And there's no problem with coming away from the game and beating Hungary 1-0.
Absolutely right. It'll be more the same, Gabby. I would imagine. As I said, I think they will. The quicker Hungary feel like they want to get on the ball and try and make something happen and get in front, the better, of course, they will feel about the evening. But the fact that they're going to push and that they're going to try and take the game to Ireland means that we can play in a very similar fashion to they did last night. And look, they won't be roared on by quite so many people, of course. But nonetheless, I tell you, they produce a performance like they did last night. They have got one hell of a chance. They really have.
So, Andy, will you venture out the house today? Will the 8 bells be packed? Will the fire be roaring? Will the punters down for the racing?
Yes. The answer is yes to all of that. I shall be... normally, Friday's our golf day, Al. Normally, we go and have a game of golf on a Friday, but because it is lashing, I think we're going to swerve that. Be straight to the 8 bells about 4:30, then down to the Volunteer for a couple, then back to the Baker's Arms, my local round the corner, maybe just to finish the night off, Gab.
Oh, I'm jealous, mate.
Sounds a great Friday, Andy.
It just sounds like a lovely day for a fire.
Oh,
a few drinks, a bit of food, a lovely fireplace, Alan.
See what a life you've got, Andy. And here's poor old Cass. Cass will be battling through the London traffic. A few chips in his pockets. I'm not talking French fries. Up to the local casino, try and nick himself a couple £100.
Oh, listen, and he's good at that, Al. Do you know what? amount of times Cass rings me and I say, how'd you get on? Yeah, played a bit of cards. Yeah, I nicked a few quid. He never tells me when he loses a few quid. He just tells me when he's won a few.
Listen, have one for me. Have a great weekend, pal.
Top man, Andy. Thank you, mate.
Thank you, Al. Thanks, Gab.
Andy Townsend from beautiful. That's a nice part of the world. Chipping Camden.
Would it come up as Cotswolds?
Oh, yeah. It's not far from Broadway.
Yes.
It's beautiful. Gabby, you've got to get down there. You're going to see.
I like the Cotswolds.
Well, you've not been to Broadway. You've not been to Chipping Camden.
I've been to a different part of the Cotswolds. I love
Where?
it, mate.
What part? I think you're fibbing. What part?
There's a place called Soho Farmhouse. I've been around there.
Oh, God, here we go.
What? That's the Cotswolds, is it not?
Unbelievable. Soho Farmhouse. I popped into Jeremy's his pub, his farm pub, for a quick pint.
I do love the Cotswolds, Al. I've just missed the boat, mate. It's too expensive for me now to
I'm sure.
to move.
All right, we'll find out. Goldstein's having a go at Gabby. We'll find out next 8:15.
Welcome to North London. Eubank Jr versus Ben on talkSPORT.
Let's get ready to rumble! This is insane! Never seen anything like this! The winner by unanimous decision, Chris Eubank!
This is a moment in time that we will never forget.
And the final scene absolutely delivered.
We'll catch you next time. with me, can fly with Ray. If you could use some Cobra bombing booze, there's a bar where you'll find Ray. So come fly with me, can fly with Ray.
I've never heard of a Kia. Right, the chunk, Jamie O'Hara, is jetting off. Where's he going? He's jetting off this morning, and he goes and embarrasses himself in what will be the latest video on the talkSPORT Golf YouTube channel. So on the sports bar last night, he and Cundy were discussing aeroplane etiquette.
I mean, I fly economy everywhere. I'm not bothered about. I don't. I'd rather spend my money when I'm on holiday.
No, you're on this
than
flight
the
with me, right? Business class, you and me over there, right?
Upper class.
Upper class, you and me.
I want to be. I'd ask to be in the top.
No, I'm next year. I'm next year.
No.
You ain't talking to me.
No, I don't like talking to people on a plane. Okay. No, I don't get it. People get up, and you go on a plane. You know, and there's etiquette to plane. People annoy me in airports. Right? Be ready when you get to the gate. Get your passport out. Have your boarding pass ready. Security, get your iPad out. Be ready to get through. Get me through. I want to get in.
Now you're on the plane with a glass of champagne.
I want to get on the plane, mate. Headphones in.
No.
That's it.
Let's say this
flight.
flight.
Football Manager on my iPad. Headphones in.
No, hold on.
Hood up.
This
don't talk to me.
Honest.
What's happened to him, Al?
I don't.
Midlife crisis.
Put them glasses on, isn't he? He goes on Sky now.
I know.
Thinks
Cardigan.
Yeah. Thinks he's an Oxford graduate, doesn't he?
His old man's a cardigan on when he goes on Sky.
He looks like Val Dooney. Hold on, where's he flying off to play golf?
He better not be flying to Glasgow or Scotland, mate, because I'll stay away.
He better not be flying anywhere nice, really nice, because I thought our budget had been cracked here.
I've heard they're off to Abu Dhabi, mate.
You're having a laugh.
Honestly.
I'm telling you now, Gab, if they're flying out there with the Golf Channel...
I think they've gone with the golf.
I'm having a week off.
Yeah, I think they've gone, mate, somewhere.
I'm going to Dubai.
I think they've gone somewhere nice, Al. Really nice, mate.
Get lost.
There's a lot of budget for the golf.
I'm sick and tired of people cutting budgets. Let's get the latest odds now with Coral and Simon Clare.
The Coral Daily Download on talkSPORT with Coral. We're here for the fans this season. 18 plus, gambleaware.org.
Can't it Portugal? Can I hope it pours?
Yeah, me too.
Simon, morning, Simon.
Morning, Simon.
Morning, Al. Morning, Gabby. How we doing, guys?
Don't even talk to me about budgets, you, by the way.
Well, it doesn't affect Al. It doesn't affect Simon.
It does.
Simon was at Flatiron Steak.
It affects us all.
He was having a lovely steak yesterday.
I don't know if I should mention it.
Well, let's not. So let's talk about the Flatiron Steak.
I don't know if I should mention it.
Don't mention it.
We are breaking.
Don't mention it.
We are breaking something that should be unbreakable. I'm talking Mondays. Do you know what I'm talking about?
I do know, Alan. It's very cryptic, though, for the thousands and hundreds of thousands of listeners of talkSPORT this morning. So we will dwell on it.
Let's move on quickly, Simon.
Yeah, he's referring to some Cheltenham plans which haven't been decided yet. So let's move on.
Oh, well, that's good news.
Exactly. I was at Flatiron Steak last night, and Gabby spots on Instagram. I actually went to Wembley last night with my son, and I really enjoyed the game. It wasn't a thriller, but I've got to say, trying to watch the game through a sea of paper airplanes was so challenging. I mean, it was the people around me seemed more excited about when an airplane landed on the pitch
I had the cheers,
target. Oh,
still, it was expectations were high, weren't they, in terms of a goal feast? But it doesn't matter, the big games will come soon, that's for sure.
Just a quick chat about making the squad, because I thought it was really interesting. Gab, you'll have a view on this.
Yeah.
Tuchel talked before, and I thought it was really encouraging. I can't take everyone. I can't take players just for the ride because they're good players, didn't he? And I think he's put a marker down. But I thought the fact that he brought on Foden as Kane's substitute was quite interesting, wasn't it? That there isn't. I mean, I know you'd probably be in the Ollie Watkins camp as being maybe number 2 to Kane for England, but he's not been in quite the same form. So here are the odds on this 5. These are the 5 that Tuchel called out as maybe not all going. And we have Palmer at 1 to 10 to make the squad. He's injured at the moment. Bellingham 1 to 8, second most certain. 2 to 9, Rodgers, who clearly is a favourite of Tuchel.
Oh, yes.
And just 1 to 3, Eze, who couldn't be doing much more for
what a goal.
And then 2 to 1 on Foden, who we almost make the least likely. And I know odds on back isn't a hugely attractive bet for many people. But Phil Foden, one of the best players in the Man City side, came on. I thought he played well.
Yes.
Used as the sub for Kane. Is that a sign that Tuchel really does want to take
100%, yeah. Thomas Tuchel's looking at it and saying, maybe if Watkins or Delap, whoever it is, isn't in form, maybe I'll look at Foden as a false nine, maybe even before Rashford up there.
He's not a false nine, is he? You know, not a World Cup quarter-final, semi-final of England get there. No chance.
Really?
Simon,
Anyway,
I can't
home
listen.
nations.
Forget Fury Tyson. Ben Eubank Jr. That's the one I'm looking forward to. Eubank Jr. favourite?
He is. It's 8-11, very close. 8-11 Eubanks Jr, 5-4 Conor Ben. The draw is a shorter price than normal at 5-4 because it's a close fight. I mean, it's going to be an absolute corker, isn't it? Really. I mean, we've got here like Eubank to win, by a knockout or disqualification is 2-1. To go the distance and win 5-2. Ben to win by a knockout 3-1. To go the distance and win 7-2. So it even on the sort of it's suggesting that it's very tight between whether we think it's going to go all the way or finish inside the distance. So an absolute
It's hard. It's a tough one to bet on, isn't it? I mean, I just look at Eubank's going to want to keep the legacy of his dad, never losing to a Ben, but Conor Ben would have learnt so much from that first fight.
Oh, it's going to be tight.
It's tough
really
to bet on.
That's why
I think it's almost the sort of one where you almost bet on what you want to happen to add extra fuel. So if you're in the Eubank fat camp and you want almost more investment, you might chuck a few quid at it, you know what I mean? So then you can say you were right, and I quite like that. It is like when people start to bet, it's always more fun when you bet on something you want to happen and it comes true. Do you know what I mean?
Simon, whenever I've ever bet on boxing and bet on a round, I always miss it by one round. Honestly, I'm like, get up, get up, get up.
We like it. We like it when that happens. That's good for bookies when people bet on the wrong.
Simon, what about Greece, Scotland? This is look. Greece must be strong favourites here, but we're desperate for a result, Scotland.
Yeah, that's right. I mean, it's 5-4 Greece, 5-2 the draw, 5-2 Scotland. So actually, in many ways, listen, Greece are a good side, but Scotland are on a roll, aren't they? So by my reckoning, they need to get at least a draw, and then that gives them a chance to go and beat Denmark next week.
Yes.
Is that the
It's not easy. I think we got to win. Well, can I see us winning if I'm being dead honest?
No.
Not after the first game at Hampden.
If I look at the table, I'm not sure a win against Greece helps you any more than a draw. I still think you need to win that game against Denmark. I don't think, because then a draw against Denmark still doesn't win you the group. So in a way, listen, beat Greece is better than drawing against Greece. It'll take the tension out. But I think it's clear you just don't want to lose that game on there tomorrow.
Simon, I believe England are favourites at Twickenham against the All Blacks.
You've absolutely thrown me one. I had all this. Can I just have a quick shout out for Northern Ireland tonight? They're playing Slovakia. And I think they need to beat Slovakia because they play Luxembourg next week. But the goal difference between them and Slovakia is quite tight. They could draw tonight, beat Luxembourg next week, and Germany beat Slovakia. But they'll need a goal difference turnaround. But they're 7-2 to go to Slovakia and win that game. Slovakia, even money, and it's 2-1 Northern Ireland. And a shout out, Wales play Liechtenstein tomorrow. They're 1-50 to win, but they do need to beat North Macedonia next week. That was me playing for time. I can call up the
Simon,
you must have England, New Zealand, for God's sake.
We got Cheltenham to talk about.
A quick one, Simon. Do you think Ronaldo will be coming to Dublin anytime soon for a weekend?
Oh, that was so brilliant, wasn't it? That was absolutely fantastic. I love the way the Irish fans played back the crying eyes.
Yeah, they had him.
Simon, let me tell you, England are favourites. So we'll move on to 3 days at Cheltenham. It's going to be a washout.
England are 10-11, New Zealand even money. This is the tightest betting I've seen for a long time between these two sides. At 1 point, the handicap in favour of England in this classic. Thanks for calling that out. But no, Cheltenham. Quick shout out about Cheltenham. John Bond races today. This storm, I'm looking out the window. We're waiting for the rain to hit, which could change the ground dramatically.
Will he go on soft to heavy or not?
Well, I think the worry is it's first run of the season, isn't it? Now, how fit will he be? And the softer the ground, the more it just, sort of puts the pressure on a run. He does go on soft ground, but it makes it very tight. Low de Sud, owned by, of course, the team we know well, Jed Mason. Trained by Skeltons, owned by Jed Mason, Alex Ferguson at Co. He loves the soft ground. He's 100-30, so that's a close one today. Tomorrow in the Paddy Power Gold Cup, Jaguar, ridden by John Joe O'Neill Jr. in the JP colours, is the favourite there for that. But Il Ridotto, again, owned by Fergie, Jed Mason and the team.
I'll give John Joe a ring, but I'm not sure if he's talking to me, Simon.
I'm sure he'll be happy to take your call. And then on Sunday, Alexi for Joe Tizard is the favourite for the Great Wood. I spoke to Joe yesterday and he said he's not sure Alexi really wants it bottomless, but he's 5-1 favourite for the Great Wood hurdle, which is a big handicap hurdle on Sunday. So I think he's going to take his chance. So cheer on Joe Tizard and Brendan Powell on Sunday. So
are you heading down to Presbury Park? Because I believe young Steve-O is not.
Yeah, Steve-O's not going. I'll be honest with you. I'm quite excited. I'm missing Cheltenham tomorrow because my son Ollie, who's turned 18, is now playing for Carshalton Football Club. My old team, who I played for 20 years for, as you know, Al.
Yeah.
And they're a bit short of players. And I've thrown my hat into the ring. And I've made the squad. So I think
Lord.
It may be like one of those things where the chairman pays 20 grand and gets on for the last minute.
I bet your son's delighted with that.
Oh, Dad, you're embarrassing me, Dad.
Yeah.
Listen, they've got a defibrillator in the change room. I think they've got paramedics on call. I think, I feel like I've got the protection wrapped around me for this appearance tomorrow, but I'm looking forward to it. And then on Sunday, I'm going down to Presbury, all being well, if the legs are still working, to see Alexi run against the Oppo in the Great Wood.
Nice one, Simon.
Top man, Simon.
Thank you. Simon Clare from Coral. Don't worry, League and Arms. I will be there Sunday night. And whatever happens, I'll see you Monday, John, Joe and Jackie, 8:30.
The Coral Daily Download on talkSPORT with Coral. We're here for the fans this season. 18 plus gambleaware.org.
Boxing. It's a sport that makes multi-millionaires out of the world's best fighters, but it's not as flush with cash as you'd think. We all see how much the likes of Tyson Fury or Canelo Alvarez make every fight, but that's not the case for those just starting out, or those who aren't even at that level. For example, if you've just turned pro and don't have a promoter, you have to sell your own tickets, cover the cost of the venue yourself, and pay the tax man at the end of it. You might not even break even, but if you do, you're looking at 5 to 10 grand max. A mid-tier fighter might make more like 10 to 50 grand, but you still have to give up half of that in costs. So unless you're fighting for a world title, it's tough to make money. One potential way of doing it, though, is being a journeyman. Here's former European champion talkSPORT's Spencer Oliver explaining how that could work.
They want to fight every week, and they can be going in against the prospects, so they can demand good money, and they might be demanding like 5 grand, 10 grand for a 6-rounder or something because they're going in with a prospect. He gets through that, the journeyman gets through that fight, and he can fight again next week.
I mean, even so, it's not much, and you're getting punched in the face for a job. It's only really at the top level, i.e. fighting for titles, where you're earning up to 6 figures and can afford a diamond chain or that Ferrari. So boxing isn't a sport that allows you to retire at 40 and live a life of luxury. Much like a lot of other sports and jobs in general, it takes an awful lot of luck quite early in your career to really make it worth your while.
25 minutes to 9 o'clock. talkSPORT Breakfast with Brazil Gabby, and Arnold Clark gets £750 off any used electric car or home charger now tomorrow. Oh yes. Conor Ben looks to finally earn a win over the Eubanks, and we can hardly wait.
I'm neither mind nor thought. I cannot be heard or cast into thought, nor by sight or smell ever caught. In light and wind I am not found, nor yet in earth and sky. Consciousness and joy incarnate, bliss of the blissful am I. The purpose of it is always that we are entertaining the public.
He's here! Both guys here! Going for it! So
I have nothing to say to Nigel. I find the man intolerable in that he's so wild.
All I wanted to do was rip his head off.
After an atmosphere and a contest like this, they surely have to do it again.
What did my son want to do? Rip his head off.
Sympathy, then his toenail sympathy, the ambulance sympathy.
One of the toenails on my big toe fell off.
When is he going to understand? Nobody cares.
These rivalries do tend when they share their souls in the ring for our entertainment.
Never seen anything like this!
The souls and the spirits entwined forever.
Oh yes, a belter, absolute belter. If it's anywhere near as good as the first fight, it'd be great. talkSPORT brings you the huge rematch between Eubank Jr and Conor Ben this Saturday, live from the Tottenham Hotspur Stadium. Drive at 4 p.m. comes live from the weigh-in this afternoon. You can expect fireworks. Heavyweight Dave Allen joins our expert boxing team that will keep you right across a busy fight week. And don't forget, you can watch it along with us on the night over on the talkSPORT Boxing YouTube channel. That's Chris Eubank Jr versus Conor Ben tomorrow from 7 p.m. live on talkSPORT, or watch live on DAZN. I'd like to say we're joined live in the studio now by talkSPORT's voice of boxing, Adam Cattrall. Adam, a very good morning.
Morning, Cats.
Morning, gentlemen.
Thanks for coming in, mate.
How are we?
Top man.
Gabby the agent, I believe. Now.
Yeah, he sent me a text at 7:30 this morning, didn't you, pal?
I just thought, like, a massive fight. We need
bull
more
by
boxing.
the horns, you
Yeah,
mean,
we
Gav?
need more boxing talk on the show. Big fight tomorrow. Can't wait.
I'm delighted to be
What's
here.
your thoughts, Cats, like on the first fight and what you expect tomorrow?
Well, I think the first fight exceeded everybody's expectation, didn't it? We had a weird 2.5-year build-up with everything that was going on with Conor. Obviously, it was booked originally for, I think, October 2022, and then it went for 2.5 years.
Wow.
With all the performance-enhancing drug test failures and what have you. And then we had an amazing fight week with the egg slap and the back and forth and the nostalgia trips. And then the fight, absolutely, I think, exceeded everybody's expectation. For me, in April, we put a bow on it. I thought, absolutely, both lads' stocks have risen. They can go off in different paths now. I think there's new narratives in and around what Conor can maybe achieve at lower weight divisions, and obviously Chris can maybe move on for some super fights at 160 or 168. But we're back here because it's a prize fight. I mean, there's a lot of money on the table for him, so fair play. And the first fight was absolutely fantastic, wasn't it?
Yeah. Oh, but I loved it. Two warriors.
Oh, it was great.
And to be fair, I think Ben surprised so many.
Yeah.
And then suddenly Eubank found extra energy in the latter part of the fight, which won him the fight, I think.
Well,
I was like, I couldn't take my eyes off it.
It was heart, guts, and determination. And listen, for people of our generation that witnessed what we've just witnessed there in the 1990, 1993 with the dads.
Oh, yeah.
You could actually see the silhouettes very similar. I mean, Conor fights very similar to Nigel.
Yeah.
Chris, he's not as technical as his dad, but the silhouettes there, the way that he just mimics certain things. And there's certain moments when you sat there at Tottenham and you think to yourself, blooming heck, I've just gone back in time here watching.
When you watched that first fight, ads, like I felt that no matter what shot was hit, none of them were going down. Because of the legacy, because of their parents watching there, how much it means to them. It was like they're going to different...
Yeah,
do you know what I mean?
I think from Chris Jr.'s point of view, absolutely. I think as Alan just said there, the last 6 rounds he gets through that on hearts, guts, and determination. You know, we can't forget he missed weight, and there was a rehydration clause, and that's going to take something out of the fighter. And I think heart, gut, and determination got him down the stretch. From Conor's point of view, my question is, he isn't a 160. Let's be dead honest about it. He's a 147 or a 154 fighter. He's moving up. He hasn't had knockouts at 154. He's hit Chris Jr. clean at 160, and he hit him clean in round 3, and he had them legs going a little bit, but he couldn't put him over. Does that power carry up? That's my big question.
Or does, this extra months, is his body getting used to that extra weight?
There is that.
Could that help him?
There is that, but yesterday when we were at the press conference, he's already talking about going back down to 147 or
Is he really?
Because that's where the big world opportunity for him, the world opportunities are there. He's not going to stay at middleweight, and that's my big thing in my head as to whether that power carries up for him.
Adam, can we put to bed this ambulance drama? Is this a load of nonsense, this ambulance? Look, I played at Spurs. I know what the high road's like. It's murder getting in and out.
Yeah.
But this is a health issue, health and safety. Was it blown up a wee bit?
Listen, Chris Jr. is entitled to his opinion on that scenario because he was the person involved in the scenario. I just think that he's pointing his anger or frustrations towards the wrong people. It's nothing to do with Eddie Hearn. It's nothing to do with the British Boxing Board of Control. It's to do with the logistics of the stadium. Those people don't run the stadium. They're not in charge of the gates. And I'm telling you now, there's absolutely no way that those people that I've just mentioned have gone out of their way to hinder that ambulance leaving that arena. That's just not happened. Right. So hopefully Chris sees a bit of sense and retracts, because that's damaging to people's reputations.
Definitely. Cats, we have to talk to you about, I'm going to ask you, AJ versus Jake Paul.
He told me that we weren't going to do this.
I'm sorry, mate. I'm sorry. I've got a nudge.
Welcome to the Gabby Agbonlahor show.
I look at it, though, Cats, as AJ's not fought in over a year.
Yeah.
Brutal knockout against Dubois.
Yeah.
Not the same AJ maybe of the past. He's 36. He's got a chance to earn £70 million, maybe to add to the 150 he's already got. Why wouldn't he do it? Because why would he want to maybe for 5 or 10 million fight a Fabio Wardley who's dangerous, Itoma who's dangerous? Surely from an AJ point of view, it makes sense.
Makes sense. From any fighter's point of view, it makes sense because you're in... Listen, belts don't pay your mortgage, do they? And I know he's got a lot of dough anyway, but 70 million... If someone's going to throw you 70 million quid to fight a lad that struggled and lost to Tommy Fury, you're going to take it, aren't you?
Yep.
So from AJ's point of view, I completely get that. From Jake Paul's point of view, you're leveraging your audience in the world of boxing and making a ton of cash fighting the former 2-time unified heavyweight champion of the world. Mate, most boxing fans would bite your hand off at that opportunity, especially if you're throwing 70 million quid in the pot as well. I've no problem with the promoters. My problem is is that it can't be a legitimate fight. Let's be dead honest about this, right?
Eddie Hearn said it will be.
Listen, there is no commission on the planet that can authorise that fight. It's a 2-time unified heavyweight world champion, still in his athletic prime. You just said he's 36. We're not talking Mike Tyson age of 50 odd here now, are we? Olympic gold medalist. He's had 13 world title fights his age, 13 of them against the very best guys.
And could take his head off.
Like he done to Ngannou.
It is dangerous.
Yeah.
It is absolutely dangerous. Like I've just said, Jake Paul struggled with Tommy Fury. The levels between these two guys are ridiculous. The commissions cannot sanction that as a legitimate fight. There has to be a rule change. It has to be an exhibition. And then you can have a little bit of a move.
Hold on, Gab. Let's go back to proper boxing. I'm with Cats here. You know, this is ridiculous.
Big story, though.
Oh, listen, it's because it's AJ, because it's Jake Paul. It's going to do numbers and capture people's eyes, right? But there's no way it's a proper fight. It can't be.
Yeah.
Give me 6 pints of Guinness. I'll take on Jake Paul. So, Cats,
I'll give you a chance.
Who is this bigger for? If Conor wins, he goes on to fight who? And if Chris wins, he goes on to fight who? And what about Conor? He goes back to his weight, as you said. Who's got the biggest challenge ahead of him?
Conor. Conor's got the biggest challenge on Saturday night. If he pulls it off, I think it's absolutely massive, not just for his own legacy and career, but also for the legacy of his family.
First time the Ben's beat a Eubank.
Yes. Exactly that. There's that as well. But he's, like I said, yesterday he was talking about going back down in weight. There is massive fights for Conor Ben further down the weight pyramid. 154 is competitive. I think if he can get down to 147, I'll give him a real good chance against, there's a world champion there called Mario Barrios, who just had a fight with Manny Pacquiao. I think Conor Ben might be able to beat him, pick up a world title, which would be absolutely astronomical. But then you've also got names like Ryan Garcia in that mix, who I think would pit really well against Conor. So there's massive fights for him. From a Chris point of view...
Hello?
Well, he's been talking about that for years and years and years and years, hasn't he? You know what I mean? Canelo... Listen, Chris, for me, I don't think Chris any longer is a 160. I think his best work has been done at 168. If he can go up there, then there's the... You can maybe talk about Canelo. I don't think he's going to fight Crawford because they both have the same trainer. There's Hamza Shiraz from a British point of view. Yeah. There's major earning opportunities because of the name, isn't there? I don't know whether at those weight divisions he's going to hit the highest high. I think it's tough.
Yeah. So 4 o'clock, the big one today.
Yes, at 4 o'clock today.
Live on talkSPORT.
Yes, we're doing. Well, the Drive lads are going to be down at the York Hall, and then we've got a bit of.
York Hall. Loved it there.
It's proper, man.
Loved it down there.
I know it's only small. I know it only holds a few people, but it's proper, isn't it?
Yes. In the Salmon and Ball first couple and then down the York Hall. You can't beat it.
Well, I'll have a go at that this afternoon, and then we've got the weigh-ins, the official weigh-ins.
Proper East End.
So
you think he'll make weight, Eubank?
I think he'll make it this time.
Comfortably.
Yeah. I think he'll make it this time, yeah.
Adam, look forward to it.
Thank you, gentlemen. Thanks for having me in.
Still to come on breakfast.
Superstar Breakfast preview on talkSPORT with Benchmarks Kitchens and Joinery. Get trade prices on kitchens to suit all styles and budgets at Benchmarks.
You got to hold and give, but do it at the right time. You can be slow or fast, but you must...
Lagos man.
This guy. Airdrie, Lagos and Birmingham.
The one and only Johnny Barnes were with us 9 a.m. to look back on England making it 7 wins from 7 in the World Cup qualifying last night. Up next, though, we got Ben Shepherd from Telly. Will be right here in the studio with us. That was a look ahead with our good friends at Travis Perkins.
Superstar Breakfast preview on talkSPORT with Travis Perkins. With 250 hire branches nationwide, it's easy to hire at Travis Perkins.
going to be a bloodbath.
It's one of the fights of the year.
Eubank, I can't wait to smash your head in.
That's why he didn't beat me, and that's why he shall not beat me in November.
Here we go.
9 minutes to 9 o'clock. Gab, it's got a bit ropey lately. You know, your skin and that. We'll come on to that. Are you sleeping all right at the moment?
Yeah, I am, mate. Yeah.
Yeah.
Can't tell this guy anything.
Tell me,
What?
we have a little dreams bed delivered, did we?
We got to do. Yeah, it's been 8 years, so mattress is getting a bit dodgy. So
£1,000 for every year, £7,000,
I'm not
8 grand
telling you
for
what
a new
I paid
mattress.
for a mattress, but I had to get a new one, mate. Yeah.
That poor guy getting up the stairs of your mansion.
Guy.
He shows me pictures and he don't want me to talk about it.
I'm not talking.
£8 grand for a mattress.
You've got to
Can you
invest in
believe
your
it?
mattress, though, Al. You've got to invest in your mattress.
You spend half your life on your mattress.
The most
Shoes and beds, yes.
Yeah. Shoes and beds.
Exactly.
And cream.
And skincare.
Yes.
Skincare. Ben Shepherd joins us. Ben, morning.
Morning, gents.
Ben.
Lovely to be here. How are you
Ben,
guys?
this is when I looked at this, I thought, what, Ben? Skincare? What's this about?
So essentially, Alan, I've been very lucky to spend my professional life working with amazing makeup artists, skincare experts, dermatologists, and I have been taught over many years the importance of looking after my skin. Not that I had anything previously that taught me that in my sort of teen years and my 20s, certainly.
Ben, where did you grow up?
I grew up in Essex.
Whereabouts, roughly?
Epping, East
Oh,
London.
did you?
Yeah. Hence being a West Ham fan, that
Yes.
side of London.
Yes.
Yeah. There's a lot of pain. There's a lot of pain in there as well.
And I would imagine at the Bull Inn there wasn't exactly stalls outside.
There's not a lot of chat
selling
There's not a lot-
moisturiser.
But that's changed, Alan. That has changed. And I think no, it has. It has. I think it's changed because people. But I think men are and need to start taking care.
Oh, sorry, no. Using cream, absolutely moisturiser.
That's changed.
not exactly outside football grounds.
No, not
That's what I
necessarily.
meant. Sorry.
No, not necessarily. But I think that so Joel Dommett and I, is a really good friend of mine, we were talking about trying to do something which is about us launching a skincare brand for men to help them feel and look better. That is all the things that we want it to be: quick, easy, simple, and effective. No fuss, high performance, just without the drama. Because we've got the benefit of it. We've got young kids. He's got a 2-year-old son, and he's having another baby now. I've got.
Is
an
there
18,
health
20.
benefits, or is it just to look good?
Well, I mean, I think if you look good, you get a health benefit because you feel good. Unquestionably. I mean, what's your skincare routine, Alan?
Murder. My wife has only just started putting cream on me, and it
Cream
kills
on
me.
you?
It stings my eyes like you can't believe.
Well, clearly it's not the right thing for you.
No, I keep telling her that. She says, just shut up and get on.
What about you, Gab?
Well, she puts cream on you, or do you do it yourself?
No, she doesn't.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
He has people to do everything for him.
My message is good, to be fair. She gets the right stuff for me to use.
So, and often what we've found, so we're trying to launch the biggest ever men's skincare survey because we want men to tell us what their routine is, what it is that they want from their skincare. Men are taking it more seriously. We need to look after our skin.
Yes.
We absolutely do. And this is often we are finding that it is partners, girlfriends, mums, whatever it is, that are buying skincare for the men in their lives.
I'm probably old-fashioned, being a Glasgow boy, like, you know. Cream? What are you talking about?
But do you put how do you put SPF on? Do you put suntan lotion on if you're out in the sunshine?
A little.
But you are already. But I mean, that's already a big move.
Again, it goes in my eyes.
I mean, but don't put it in your eyes, Alan. You have the ability to not put it in your eyes.
If you're me, big and sweaty, it goes in your eyes.
But you need to find the right cream, don't you, as
Absolutely.
well? Some makes you oily, some makes you... You know, you want the right one that's suited for you.
Unquestionably. So I think the thing... So with the skincare survey that we're launching for this brand, basically we've launched...
Have you got a name of it yet?
Not yet, no, because we've launched a podcast called The Businessmen. And on the podcast, it's the journey of Joel and I coming up with this idea and trying to launch a business. So we had nothing when we started. We had a simple idea, which is we want to do a skincare brand. How on earth do you launch a business? So the podcast is about us going on that journey. And we want the listeners and the viewers, because people watch these things now, of course, to get involved with us to help guide us on the journey. And also it's about business as a whole. If you want to launch a business, loads of people have side hustles. They think, I want to launch a business.
Did I read there's
Advice like that.
some sort of record you're aiming for?
Ideally, what we'd love to do, there hasn't been a really major male skincare survey done in this country. And we want to try and do the biggest one ever. So we can actually start gathering data, because we want men to tell us what it is that they want from their skincare, what's missing, what would make a difference to them, what they like, what they don't like. There's a lot of fuss, isn't there? When you see all those potions and
People
lotions.
just want to look younger, don't they?
But if we can help you do that, wouldn't that be brilliant? And that's what we want to be able to do, is create products.
You're looking at the wrong two people.
No.
Al, maybe we can be helped more.
And you see what he's done? He's dragging you down to his level, Gavin.
No, Gab, forget
He's
it.
dragging you down.
This is going to cost you a fortune if you do this right, Gab.
What's up with you?
But that's what we want as well, though, Alan. We need the people to guide us with price. So we don't want it to cost a fortune. We want it to be fun, we want it to be effective, and we want it to be priced in a way that people are willing to take. If you invest in your skin now, if you invest it, then you're going to get a benefit down the line.
But this is not just... Gabby has 3 holidays a year in Montego Bay. He
Lovely.
has 2 more around Europe. So he's going to use a lot of cream up, isn't he?
He has to, yes, he has, but he has to look after his skin then.
Yeah,
This is a really important part of who he is.
And his liver.
So don't you use after sun, Al, after you've been out on the beach?
I tell you what I use now and again. Is E45?
E45, yeah, which is great. So a little bit of moisturiser ever, Alan?
I thought that was.
That's your moisturiser that you use. That's what I was saying.
But that's only just recently.
Yeah, okay.
No, it was never something my mother and father use.
So here's the thing. I think there's been a bit, like, I look at my boys now, they're 18 and 20, and they and their friends are so much more open about wanting to look and feel good. Their health and well-being is something they take seriously. Man. But they would be doing it anyway. But
it cost me a fortune.
Yeah. So you know that the girls have always been really into it. Since they're little, they want to try their mum's makeup and potions and stuff. Mostly, for watching my boys with their mates, it's so great to see them talking about this. They compare what we'd never have done that when... I mean, I'm 50 now. We'd have never have done that when I was...
No, you're always up in makeup.
I do that, Al. What's up with you?
What's the name again?
I'm talking to this guy. No, I think like you said there though, Ben. It's. I've got a 17-year-old, and he's the same.
Yeah.
Like they want to get the right creams for them. He suffers.
Does he?
Yeah,
he looks after himself.
but he suffers with as well sometimes the bad skin at that age.
Okay. Yeah. Of course.
And then, a right cream that's around teenagers.
Yeah.
Bad skin is important, isn't it?
But they're open about talking about it, and I think that's the first step. I think we are all much more open about talking about our mental health than to what's going on and how looking after ourselves.
Yes.
And I think this is
a logical step. I think the sun issue is very important. Now.
Huge.
I think that's very important.
I mean, if you're even putting a bit of suntan lotion on, it must be.
I like a nice hat.
And there's a lot of that. There's a lot of you to cover.
No, you should. Yeah, exactly. You know, that's why my hands are as big.
Have you got? Are you going to do big bottles for Alan?
Gab, do you not get it in your goatee? Yeah. You know, when you put cream out, you're not
around it. But you probably look after that though. You'll have some beard oil or something like that.
Exactly.
So he's
really beard oil.
Look at it.
What? Beard oil.
Look at that.
When I go to my Turkish barbers, they put the beard oil on. They moisturise everything, Al.
I'm not going to that. So when will we get a name?
Well, the process of the podcast is that we are going through those stages at the moment. There's no name right now. We've had a few names suggested. We had a brilliant
That's the competition,
expert coming in. Yeah, too right. And we want people to get involved. We want them to take part in the skincare survey and listen to the podcast. The podcast is about this journey that Joel and I are going on, the mistakes we're going to make, the moments we're going to face, but also it's about business and setting up business and understanding what's involved in what it takes to come up with an idea, but actually get it to fruition. If it all goes to plan, Alan, in theory, we could be bringing something to market next September. So it's a long process that we're going on.
Just a quickie on West Ham, because I've got to break, Ben, as you know what it's all about. Editors and your West Ham
back-to-back wins,
encouraging
Champions League. Here
things
we
get
go.
out of trouble.
It feels like it. Like, I mean, you know, I'm just with friends who are Wolves fans, and they are very jealous that we've got Nuno. And it took a few games to find the pattern, but the last couple of games, you know, we've gone one down and we've come back and we've won. And I think that there's something to be, a lot of confidence to be taken from that.
Yeah, Ben, my next couple of guests coming up, Johnny Barnes will definitely use moisturiser.
Oh, yes.
And the guest after him, there's not a hope in hell, David Bumble Lloyd. Ben, good luck with the venture.
Thank you, Ben.
We look forward to
Lovely to see you guys.
Thank you. Good luck to the record. The
Yeah.
Guinness Book of Records.
That's what we're going for, the men's biggest skincare survey. We want both of you to join the survey and do it.
I'm all over it, mate. All over it.
Yeah.
This guy.
Ben Shepherd, thank you very much. It's coming up to 9 o'clock. Johnny Barnes coming next.
Tyson Fury, Floyd Mayweather, Canelo Alvarez. Just hearing these names makes you think money and the hundreds of millions of dollars, pounds or Saudi riyals in boxing. But that's at the top. At the bottom, it isn't quite the same. Even for those on the rise, there's not an awful lot of cash in the boxing world. And if you're just starting out, well, it can be a very costly exercise indeed. But don't take my word for it. Here's the former European champion, talkSPORT's Spencer Oliver.
You're turning professional and you're boxing, let's say, York Hall on a non-televised fight. You have to sell tickets to earn any money, but you have to cover the wages of your opponent as well. So if you don't have the ability to be able to sell enough tickets, you effectively have to pay to fight.
A far cry then from Jake Paul facing Mike Tyson in 2024, when the purse was reported to be around £48 million. But the vast amounts of cash lining the top dog's pockets isn't the norm in a typical fight.
Let's say you're lucky and you get between 5 and 10 grand. You're going to get 10 grand max for that. 10% goes to the trainer, 25% goes to the manager. Then we've got the tax man to pay as well. So we're cutting that money in at least half. So now you've got 5 grand for a 10-week camp. So you're talking about a guy here earning, he might be clearing 500 quid a week. How do you support a family on that? So boxers chase the dream. And, you know, there's probably 2% of them that actually make it.
So say you do make it and you start to rise up the ranks. Strikers Boxing, a training academy, says the mid-tier fighters can earn more, somewhere between £10,000 and £50,000 a fight, depending on record, profile, opponent and popularity of weight class. It's only at the top level does the real cash start flowing in, with the top-tier professionals, i.e. those going for titles, earning 6 figures a fight. Something else you'll have heard of is the terms prize fighter or journeyman. A prize fighter is, as it sounds, someone who picks up fights where they can and gets a nice big check if they win. Journeymen are the fighters who take on up-and-comers, effectively used for experience in the ring. Even if they're going up against the real prospects, a young Anthony Joshua, for example, these guys will be lucky to earn more than 10 grand. So the average boxer isn't as rich as you'd think.
Good morning, 8 minutes after 9. Where's the time going? I tell you, used to moisturise himself all the time.
Who?
Gaff Crooksy.
Did he?
And he was the only one in the dressing room would do it. But I always said, what's he doing? Yeah, this is a new...
So it's so good for you, though.
Moisturise.
Would you get into it a bit more now? No. Effort.
If I'm sitting at home and Jill will... She'll say, put this on your face.
Oh, but you said she does it for you.
Yeah.
What do you mean? She will come and, like, wipe around your face?
Yeah.
And your arms? So why can't you do it yourself?
I do my arms.
But why can't you do your face yourself?
Because I can't be bothered.
You got to do it yourself, mate. You can't get the missus cream in your arm.
Sorry. talkSPORT Breakfast, Arnold Clark. Get the UK's best used car deals guaranteed.
Oh, Lord.
You see Ali doing that? Sitting home. Can you see the chunk doing it?
No.
I can see Cundy doing it.
Yeah, Cundy's shiny.
I can see Goldstein doing it, yeah.
Goldstein will be doing it 10 times a day, doesn't he?
Yeah.
After
Andy Jacobs, he just puts Vic on his face.
I think Andy will get his done after he's done his fillers, his Botox, get his cream on.
Right, 03717 223344. I suppose it is important, so I shouldn't laugh. England fans, give us a call following last night's victory over Serbia. Are you a fan of Tuchel keeping the likes of Bellingham, Foden on the toes? Is this as assured as an England side have looked in a long time? I don't want to get too carried away, or I'm saying, you know, when they hit the big boys, that's when we'll find out just how good
100%.
The players,
yes.
the system, right? The system,
yep.
And Thomas Tuchel are.
Agreed.
That's right. England made it 7 wins from 7, and it was live, of course, on talkSPORT last night.
Well,
Cup next summer, England will be there, talkSPORT will be there, but some of these players might not be.
We won, we kept a clean sheet.
Staying deflected. Oh, what a goal from Saka. That's a magnificent volley.
Yeah, another beautiful goal in the same end at Wembley. So yeah, I'm really happy with that strike.
14th goal for his country.
In general, good impact from the bench. Phil assisted, Ebb scored, beautiful goal, so tick the box.
Eza on the left, Saka on the right, Foden at 9 with Bellingham just off him.
It's the opportunity for one or two to impress.
Phil Foden. Here's Eza! That seals it. What are you expecting to be the general feeling of England supporters?
I couldn't think of a more perfect player to bring on in that position after 60 minutes, 70 minutes, who can play in different positions. I'm not saying start Eze, I'm saying but as a must on that play. I thought it was a decent performance. To be honest, I don't think it reached the heights that maybe we hit in Latvia and also Serbia away. We didn't make it look as easy tonight.
Another win, another clean sheet. Qualifying's easy, but Tuchel's job is to win the World Cup.
Gab, the more I see Eza's goal, don't get me wrong, Saka's goal was good. The more I see Eza, the way he took it and the confidence, that is some finish.
People might look at that goal out.
Some finish.
People might look at that goal and say, yeah, it was okay.
Oh, no.
But when you play the game and you've been in those positions, that is a tough technique.
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean? The pass to hit it first time into the roof of the net as well. Outstanding finish from a top player. I mean, some people have been saying, oh, he's struggling at Arsenal. No, he's not. He's doing very well.
See, he had time to take a touch and then blast it in, but he was so confident, he just said, go,
of course,
get in.
because he's confident in his ability. Maybe most players would have said, all right, I'm going to drag that onto my left foot and try and get a shot across the keeper. But great finish from a top player and a great assist as well from Foden.
It's interesting now, you know, when England get into the big boys, we'll see how well they do. So you shouldn't get too carried away just yet. But you look at the abundance of riches and talent that England have. Okay, you could argue about up front. Ooh, what happens if Harry? And you could argue at the back, what happens if they lose a centre-back? Or who's the best full-back?
Yes.
So there still is question marks. But Jude Bellingham had to settle for a place on the bench until the 65th minute. But it was the two Arsenal boys that Gabby touched on and made it 7 wins, 7 in qualifying under Tuchel. Earlier this week, Thomas Tuchel revealed that Foden could possibly be the replacement for Harry Kane after he chose not to call up a backup striker. I don't see Phil playing there for 90 minutes. I really don't. But Foden was then brought on for Kane last night. Former three-line skipper Stuart Pearce. Stuart's not sure. That should be the plan going forward.
I'm still not convinced about Foden being the furthest up the pitch, if I'm being quite honest with you. I think the game lent itself, and the freedom of the game in the last 20 minutes lent itself to those two coming on, and Foden dropping back slightly on occasion, more room, more time available, and technically they're very good, you know, no doubt about that. But that might be the impact that they might need later in games. It might not be a starting thing come next summer. You might not be looking for Foden to lead the line from the whistle, but to come on and have an impact like that, brilliant.
Maybe you could say that about Norway. Haaland, who got a couple last night. Mbappe, who got a couple last night for France.
Yeah.
Maybe we're looking too much into it if Harry goes missing or Harry gets injured. I don't know. Let's take a call. Is Foden the answer as a replacement? There's Chris, the Arsenal fans, try to get through. We'll try and get you back, Chris. Do you know what I mean, Gab? It's not easy to get a world-class centre-forward. Because in big games, sometimes you just get one chance.
Yeah,
You've got to deliver.
And also, Alan, we know how difficult it can be, and Harry Kane's found it difficult at times in tournaments. When you're, no offence to the teams who played in qualifying, we haven't conceded a goal. That says a lot to me about how poor the opposition has been. Because if you're playing the Netherlands,
well, let's say average
if you're playing
opposition.
a Spain, if you're playing a Portugal, Brazil, Argentina, all these teams, they're gonna test you more as well defensively. So it'll be interesting. Can we try and get some games before the World Cup starts against one of these teams, so we can see what it's like?
They haven't qualified yet, but
yet.
If they played England, it'd be a hard game.
Of course, but can we see Foden as a false nine against Van der Ven?
So Watkins or Delap, could he take both, or is it can only be
I think he'll take one of them. I think Harry Kane obviously will go, but he will take one of them. But I think Delap has got a lot to do to break into the squad.
Do you?
Yes, I do, and I think Watkins will come good. Al, he's got experience now with England
and
as well.
That's not just your Villa hat on it.
No, he went to the Euros, scored an important goal against the Netherlands. I think if he gets back to his scoring ways, he'll be back in the squad. Maybe the manager left him out because he's had a little niggle as well. We don't know the full circumstances. But I just think, like you says, Foden is not going to play in that position.
If he's put there, he'll do his best. But, if you're talking about getting semis and final and winning it, no, you can't.
No, and is Ivan Toney someone that can be brought back?
I thought of him earlier on the programme. I thought...
You know what baffles me out?
We don't know where he's going yet, do we?
Because I look at Portugal, I look at Neves in midfield, plays in Saudi, Felix plays in Saudi, Ronaldo plays in Saudi, they're all in the squad. Roberto Martinez still picks them. Why can't we pick Ivan Toney? If he's performing and scoring goals and sharp, and he's our second best option, why not?
Okay. Right. That's an interesting one. We'll take calls on that. 03717 22 3344. Give us a call. 9:15. Back in a tick.
To be a bloodbath. It's one of the fights of the year.
Eubank, I can't wait to smash your head in.
That's why he didn't beat me, and that's why he shall not beat me in November.
This is talkSPORT Breakfast with Arnold Clark. Get the UK's best used car deals guaranteed. Gabby alongside me. Thanks to our friends at Virgin Atlantic. We're giving you and a mate the chance to win the ultimate trip of a lifetime to beautiful Las Vegas. You'll kick things off in style with exclusive access to the Virgin Atlantic Clubhouse, Heathrow. Then fly in upper-class comfort. What about that? With lie-flat beds, premium service all the way to Las Vegas. Once you touch down, you'll check into a spa villa. 4 nights you've got. Lovely. Cheer from the stands at the Las Vegas Raiders, taking on the Kansas Chiefs. And we're throwing in £5,000 cash to play with while you're there. Brilliant. So clear your calendar. It's January the 2nd to the 7th, 2026, because this could be the best start to the new year ever. And good luck to you.
21 plus, UK excluding Northern Ireland. For a chance to win, text WIN to 83338. Text at £2 plus standard network rates. Bill payer's permission required. Or call 03434239761. Calls are charged at standard rate. All entries must be received by the 28th of November at 4 p.m. This is a network promotion. Run across talkSPORT, Virgin Radio UK and Talk. Full terms and conditions at talksport.com.
Now, let's talk Ashes again. It all gets underway in Perth a week today. We spoke to Graham Gooch yesterday. There's Needle, of course, between England and Australia, but also Ben Stokes having a bit of a pop about the has-beens. What about that? Captain Ben has issued a strong response to criticism from former players like Graham Gooch, Lord Ian Botham, and England preparation for the Showpiece series, describing some of his critics as, quote, has-been. Oh dear. This is exactly what Ben said. There's so much cricket packed into a schedule, it's impossible to do it how it used to be. There's quite a few factors that play into the whole of why, of why we can't prepare how the has-beens may be prepared in the past. The landscape of cricket has changed. We're very confident, very comfortable with how we prepare. Darren Gough was... Goughy says just get on with it. Not a problem. Let's get more on this with someone who definitely could not be described as a has-been. A very good morning. He's just moisturised his face as well to the legend of English cricket, David Bumble Lloyd. David, morning.
Morning, David.
Yeah, morning, lads. Yeah.
David, tell me into a secret here. We just had Ben Shepherd on. Do you moisturise?
I do actually.
Do you?
I mean, is that the thing that you'd admit to? But I do.
Do you really? I bet you're the only one up in Accrington who does.
Well, I mean, I'm looking at you two, and you two obviously do as well.
Give your glasses a wipe. What do you make of Ben having... have a go at the Aussies. We had some old... I shouldn't call him an old dinosaur. The Aussie journalist came on and he said, it's going to be a whitewash, Al. No chance. Good accent, no chance, eh?
Good accent, that was.
But there's no chance of a whitewash, is there? But Ben's very angry with the likes of both, the likes of Graham Gooch. Is he too touchy here, David?
Well, I think his choice of words has probably been out of context because them two lads, Graham Gooch and Ian Botham, are absolute champions. And, of course, they were preparing a different sort of way. And in particular, 1986, when we won the Ashes in 86, I mean, that was a rock and roll tour when the lads and Ian Botham, David Gower, Alan Lamb, Gladstone Small, when they played, they'd had a good time for a while, and then they said, look, we're exhausted, let's get down to this test match cricket. And they won 2 matches and they won the Ashes. So it's a different preparation. I know exactly what Ben Stokes is saying when it is totally different now. There's so much cricket to get into the schedule. For people like me, I'm going to hold my breath that they are prepared next week. I'm going to hold my breath. But it's something, it's not new. They're used to it. They're very used to it.
Yeah. David, this warm-up game, one game, I know they've been in New Zealand, but one game, Lilac Park or whatever it's called, is totally different to this the Wacker. It's totally different where the wicket will be so much quicker at the Wacker than what they're warming up on. That cannot be good.
Well, I hope they don't go to the Wacker because they've knocked it down.
The new one. It's
the other one. It's the Optus. They'll be at the Optus. Now, the Optus has got pace and bounce. Lilac Hill would be round about shin high, the bounce. So it is totally different. They understand that. They accept that. And I suppose now after Lilac Hill, they move into they will move into the Optus and they'll play on surfaces which are very, very similar to what they come. We're going to hold our breath that they're ready to play, they're ready to rock. And, you know, I'll say again, it's nothing new to these guys. They understand it and they know that they're playing for the Ashes. They're the custodians of the Ashes when loads of us has-beens and never will-be's have been there before. Now it's down to these guys.
David, we had Goffey on yesterday. He said that if England could win the first test, then the Aussie press would get on the back of the players. Is that something they need to try and get done?
Yeah, absolutely. I mean, it's vital that you come away with something from that first game. You do not lose your first game, because then it's heaped on you from their team, from their press, their media. They'll heap it on you. If you can quieten that, get something from that game, it'd be fantastic to win that game. And then you go to the next game, which is the day-nighter, and Australia don't lose that. They do not lose day-night matches. And so that would be a real turnaround if England can get something from that. These two matches, if England come away level or one up, will quieten everything down and they will go at their players then.
Yeah. So, David, the Optus, okay, I thought it was still the Wacker with a new... Is it a drop-in pitch or something? It's meant to be much, much faster. The wicket is going to be quicker than the old Wacker. Does that mean that England will definitely start with four-seamers?
I think the captain champions Bashir, and I wouldn't be at all surprised if the off-spinner Bashir plays, because Stokes wants him in the team. He's still got he's got himself as the fourth, and he tends to bowl quite a number of overs, Ben Stokes, and he'll have three seamers as well. And if Mark Wood's fit, it'll be Archer, Mark Wood, Atkinson, Stokes, Bashir. He has an option to play another seamer, but, you know, come on, do they need five seamers? They might play another batter who can bowl a little bit of off-spin, and that'll either be Bethel or Jacks. So he's got plenty to choose from. His hands are not tied. He'll know exactly now what his team is.
Now, for the Aussies, we know Cummings is out. Hazelwood, it looks as if he's going to be okay. You know, where are England stronger than the Australians here, David, do you think?
I think England have got a stronger batting lineup. And if you look at Australia, which they're keeping very quiet about, if you lose the best bowler that you've got, and you lose the captain, and you lose the best bowler who adds to your batting lineup, crikey, that's a burden for the others to fill. And they're not getting any younger. They're 35, 36 years of age. They're losing the captain. They're keeping very quiet. Oh, he might be ready for the next game. I'll tell you now, I don't think he'll play until Melbourne, and that's the fourth test match.
Wow.
So obviously you want to play against the best that they've got, but that is a huge hole for Australia, and they're not saying very much about it.
And David, around 40,000 fans will be going out to Australia or being out there, England fans. That's incredible.
Yeah, it is a great tour. It is the one. I mean, come back to the has-beens, which is, it's not offensive. I don't find that offensive. I'm with Darren Gough, just get on with it. Because them two guys are champions of English cricket, Graham Gooch and Ian Botham. But it is the series that you want to play in when you're growing up as a kid. You want to play in an Ashes series in Australia. And of course, if you're a spectator, we're like a juggernaut over there. We'll give as good as we've got. 40,000, there'll be more than that. I know blokes that are going over and they ain't got a ticket.
Yeah. It's going to be great. Can't wait, David. Thank you. Keep moisturising. Thank you very much.
Speak soon, lads.
Thank you.
David Lloyd there, brilliant. 40,000 Gabbers. Listen, it's one of them series you got to watch.
I've spoke to people that have went out. They said it's unbelievable.
I've got Ali a ticket for Sydney every day, but he's as usual. He's not come back to me.
He won't get back to you, mate.
But, well, it's gone now, probably. So there you go. Right, coming up 9:30 on talkSPORT.
Every spring, sports fans in Europe come together to celebrate arguably rugby's biggest annual tournament, the Six Nations. But why is it the home nations, plus France and Italy, and no one else? It all started back in 1871 when Scotland beat England in the very first international rugby match. A few years later, when they could field a team, Wales decided they'd host England and an idea was thought up. With Ireland keen, they formed the Home International Championship, which ran from 1883. In 1910, France was allowed to join, as they were developing into a serious rugby nation, and thus the Five Nations was born. France had an interesting history with the championship. They were actually booted out for paying their players in 1931, when the home nations were keen to keep it amateur. After World War II, though, France were let back in, but it remained a closed shop for more than 50 years. And when another country was let in, it was only really because the Five Nations hand had been forced. Italy was developing into a serious contender, beating Scotland, France and Ireland twice in the same year, meaning in 1999 officials got together and said yes to Italy, and it became the Six Nations. So what changes, if any, come next? 7 nations? 8? A promotion and relegation system? Or should we leave it alone and let it remain the great rugby tradition it's become?
Okay, 9:35, talkSPORT breakfast with me and Gabby Agbonlahor. And Arnold Clark gets £750 off any used electric car or home charger. This Saturday, Eubank Jr and Ben meet again in a highly anticipated rematch. Let's take a look ahead to the big fight now with DAZN.
Big fight preview, Eubank Jr versus Ben 2 on talkSPORT with DAZN. Watch the unmissable rematch live this Saturday, only on DAZN.
I'm neither mind nor thought. I cannot be heard or cast into thought, nor by sight or smell ever caught. In light and wind I am not found, nor yet in earth and sky. Consciousness and joy incarnate, bliss of the blissful am I. The purpose of it is always that we are entertaining the public.
He's here! Both guys here! Going for it! So
I have nothing to say to Nigel. I find the man intolerable in that he's so wild.
All I wanted to do was rip his head off.
after an atmosphere and a contest like this, they surely have to do it again.
What did my son wanted to do? Rip his head off.
Sympathy, then his toenail sympathy, the ambulance sympathy.
One of the toenails on my big toe fell off.
When is he going to understand? Nobody cares.
These rivalries do tend when they share their souls in the ring for our entertainment.
Never seen anything like this!
The souls and the spirits entwined forever.
Isn't it? Wow, look at that. Just brilliant. 9:37 I've got to watch that Platoon film again. That's a brilliant film, just the music there. So it's just one day away. Can Matchroom's Conor Ben avenge his loss to Eubank Jr. of Boxer? Eubank, remember, won the first fight by unanimous decision back in April. Eubank has caused a stir in the build-up by claiming that his ambulance was blocked from leaving the Tottenham Hotspur Stadium once the fight was over. The chairman of Matchroom, though, boxing, Eddie Hearn, joined White and Jordan yesterday morning, was asked about those comments and whether he would take action against Eubank Jr. for his alleged false accusation.
Absolutely. You know, and I'm not suing. I want an apology and I want a retraction of the comment. Now, some people listening to this, you know, station right now say, oh, well, CEO is going, no. If you care about something that deeply, if you're so passionate about something, if this business, if this reputation means everything to you, you're not going to allow people to say that. And what he said was outrageous. Everything is recorded from the British Boxing Board of Control and the emergency services. We know exactly what happened on the night. You know, he didn't. They asked to take him to the ambulance apparently, and he said, "No, I'm fine. I want to walk there." Then moaned about how long the walk was. I mean, I heard Senior say he was touch and go in the ambulance. I mean, like, you know, the reality is, I have no problem with Eubank saying it's very important that we get, you know, the safety of the fighters and they get to the hospital as soon as possible. I couldn't agree more. What you cannot do is lie about the fact that somehow I stopped the ambulance from leaving the venue.
Simon looking on there, Simon Jordan. If you can't see, he's got Big Ben on his wrist as well, Simon. So that is his eyes going or something?
I know.
So to get more on this, look ahead to the fight, former IBF flyweight champion Sonny Edwards joins us right now here in the studio. Sonny, a very good morning.
Good morning, Sonny.
No, thanks for having me in. An early start for me today.
Really? Oh, try about 4:30 when the alarm goes. Just a quick one. You've got your bandage on your left wrist. Little problem from before?
Yeah, I had a problem hand for a long time. Before I was training for the British title, which was 2021, I believe. I damaged both my hands before going into that fight, but I had so much confidence that I just thought I knew I'd beat the kid. I did beat the kid, but my right hand recovered, my left hand never did. I'm not too proud to say I was petrified, scared of surgery. I watched too many films, you know, where they get put to sleep and then they wake up in a different room with their organs gone. And I finally manned up, went and saw Mike Hayton, who's the best specialist in the country. Turns out I had arthritis in my hand, but it was original damage and then maybe 4 years of getting sort of painkiller injections before the fights, training one-handed throughout the camps, and then just getting in there and trying my best. That was probably one of the main reasons I retired, really. Wow. It was getting to the point where all I could do was spar because the adrenaline meant I couldn't feel the pain.
Amazing. Gabby, you get problems with your hands, isn't they? They never go in your pockets. Right, let's start with this ambulance nonsense. What do you make of this? And then we'll go on to the fight.
I think the comments are quite damning and I think quite ludicrous. And this is coming from someone that's a Eubank Sr and Junior fan. On the whole Eubank Ben, I've always been, for some reason, more Team Eubank. And I was there. I was trying to leave the venue, and probably got into the car at the back exit where the fighters were leaving at about 11 o'clock. We didn't get out the car park till probably about 1:45.
Yeah, but that's Tottenham's the high road. It's like that. Football games are the same.
And it's not really made, you know, when you put a massive stadium and then have 90,000 people all trying to leave at close to midnight, it's not usually made for it. Now, the videos that I've seen, you can see that the gate is closed, but you can also see about 100 people walking around, and on the other side of that gate, I can only imagine there was a whole line of cars, loads of people coming out, and that's probably the reason as to why the gate couldn't open.
So what we got to decide, we don't have to, but what people are saying, well, whose fault is it? But that'll come out in the wash.
I think he's got to be careful, hasn't he, Eubank Jr, of like the things that he's saying. I know he doesn't like Eddie Hearn, but you can't make up stuff, can you? You can't tell lies.
Yeah, and obviously for someone that has to protect their reputation because it's paramount in their business practices, it is quite damning saying that, you know, Eddie Hearn was pressing a button, keeping the gate closed, and
Yeah,
I can remember our car was blocking in Cole Palmer, out of all people, who's my favourite footballer, blocking him in, and eventually he just got out and walked into the city with his hood up. So no one could move. And then our driver, shout out to him, he took a couple of strokes to push the line, and then
I done it. I went to the Villa game against Spurs Stadium. Car couldn't get to us. We got the tube to Seven Sisters, then got the train to Seven Sisters, then got the tube. Sometimes you've got to do that, haven't you? You've got to go and make alternative.
No, it's not easy. So, Sonny, how did you see this fight close again? Because I really enjoyed the first fight.
Yeah, and I'll be honest. The first time I was really big on. It's kind of a mismatch, and obviously I was working for the Ring and Sky that week, and I think I was turning a few heads, going, "Oh, this fight's going to be so one-sided," because they look like all week, all build up, like they shouldn't technically be getting in the ring. Conor looked far smaller. He literally looked like he was looking up at a mountain of a man sometimes as it was stacked up. And not only that, he'd operated and boxed at a higher level, maybe been more impressive at certain stage of his career. But, there's a lot of variables going into it. Is it the age? Is it the weight now at 160? Is it the rehydration limit? There's a lot of factors on it. Or is Conor Ben genuinely just that good where he can close all of those perceived gaps? And I was so hell-bent that it was going to be a whitewash the first time that I was genuinely shocked that it was as competitive as close as it was.
The problem is, though, Eubank now coming down in weight, his body might be a little bit more comfortable. It's a few months now since the last fight. So would it be more comfortable, him coming down now? His body's getting used to it, not carrying so much?
Potentially, because he would have had the thoughts of the rematch for the last however many months, but it doesn't usually get easier at his stage of life. I think he's at a stage of his age and his career where these weight cuts, because he's been up at 168, let's not forget, he's only going to get more difficult for him as he's getting older. And, you keep going to the well, eventually you go there and there's nothing there. And Conor's at sort of a different, where he's filling out to the weight. He's staying more heavy. He's getting more natural to be a bigger fighter. And
I asked you about the weight cut outside, didn't I? Can you explain to people what Chris Eubank would have went through in the last 3 days, for instance?
Well, it depends how they do it, because a lot of fighters have a different ways. There's more than one way to skin a cat, but he would have been floating, a month ago, a lot heavier than he is sitting right now on the morning of the weigh-in, and he would have had to gradually bring it into a certain point, and then there would have been a more dramatic slide the last maybe 3 days, 5 days, 7 days, whatever his team would have factored in. But, he's probably right now still getting some weight off because of, how everything's set up for him. I doubt he would have done it last night, got on weight last night, and then struggled to sleep, because I've been there before, a couple of bad weight cuts, and you can't sleep, you've got dry mouth, you can't rest.
Jockeys go through all the time. So all been well at the weigh-in. After that, does he go out and have a couple of steaks or a big bowl of pasta? Does he get stuck in?
Creamy mash? Oh, yeah.
Well, he's got to be really, he's got to be really careful and on it with what he's eating and even the amount of fluid he's putting in, because look, you drink a 1 litre bottle of water, that's a kilo on the scales, and he's only allowed 10 pounds till tomorrow morning, so the day of the fight.
Oh, is he?
Because that's the rehydration clause. They're making a big thing of rehydration clause, and obviously it is something that Chris Eubank agreed to in both fights when agreeing to fighting. In boxing, it's not what you've earned, it's not what you deserve, it's what you agree to, and that's money, that's weight, that's restrictions, that's location, it's everything. And he's probably getting off weight now, and then he's going to jump on the scales at 11 o'clock this morning for the official weigh-in, and then he's got the ceremonial one later, and then tomorrow morning he's going to have to jump on the scales again, probably around 9-10 o'clock in the morning. Then and he can only be 10 pounds, and say for someone my size, I had the rehydration, it's not a clause, I had the rehydration stipulation with the IBF when I was world champion, but I only ever put on about 5, 6, 7 pounds from that morning to the next morning. But someone who's far bigger and also taken off a lot more weight, Chris' body's going to be crying out for the food and the rehydration. So he's going to have to go up, and he might even have to do some work tonight to make sure he's underneath tomorrow.
It's interesting, Sonny. Talking about weight. Wait here, this. Now, we're not, this has just come in, okay? We've had some potentially massive boxing news break this morning. The Sun newspaper reporting that Joseph Parker, right, who's a good friend to the station, like him a lot, failed a drug test for cocaine on the day of his loss to Fabio Wardley. So don't forget Wardley beat him. The 33-year-old New Zealander heavyweight and father of 6 was tested by the Voluntary Anti-Doping Agency on October 25, and the adverse analytical finding was revealed on Friday morning. Team Parker has the opportunity to have the B sample tested. The B sample does, however, normally show up identical to the A sample. I'm absolutely shocked, a source close to Joseph Parker's camp told The Sun. I can't believe that.
Yeah, I literally saw it while I was waiting down in the lobby downstairs. And look, the first thing I would always say when something like this happens is performance enhancing. Now, it's probably not, but it depends who you ask, because there's some fighters that probably had it in their careers, in their camps, that would argue that it was performance enhancing. Now, I haven't got much experience, if any at all, with that substance, but you wouldn't think that a heavyweight would need it
It's very odd, isn't it?
To do anything performance related. Now, who am I to judge? You know, outside of being a professional boxer, we're all humans. And we all have our own vices, and we all have our own stresses, and you know, if it's banned and he gets a ban for it, then it is what it is.
I didn't know. So the full story is at talksport.com if you want to follow that. So, Sonny, who wins this fight for you?
I'm probably still leaning towards Chris Eubank Jr., but I think there's a lot more variables at play, and I think Conor Ben will have a lot of confidence from that first fight because, you know, he didn't really get hurt too much. He didn't get put down. He didn't get stopped or anything. And I don't care how confident he was or how much he wanted it. There had to have been like a niggling thought in the back of his head every time he was looking up at, you know, a much, much bigger man, that this might be a bit more than I can chew. And he will be coming in this fight, I think, with a lot more confidence. The knowledge that he can hurt him, the knowledge that he can mix it with him for 12 rounds and let his hands go. And also, you know, that confidence of all the stuff we've just talked about, the weight cut, the rehydration clause. And he's still at a stage in his career where he can get better. He can fill out to the weight a bit better. He can develop his skills, where I think at the stage and age of Chris Eubank, and with all things that we've already spoken about, he probably can only get worse. I know he's gone back to Bomac, who's obviously a legendary boxing trainer, which probably shows more than people are buying into, because really, he won the last fight. Why would you need to go back to a trainer that you've already worked with when you're fighting the same opponent? So he probably saw that there had to have been some changes, and he probably benefited more in certain ways when he was working with Bomac. So he probably knew, Chris Eubank probably knew that there was you know, some work that needs to be done to make sure he won the second fight as well. And this fight, like the first fight, I was hell-bent. It was a mismatch.
Yeah.
This fight, I think it's all up in the air. I'm not too sure.
I can't wait. Sonny, brilliant. Listen, good luck with the hand.
Yes, thank you, Sonny.
Sonny, there you go. It's going to be a cracker. Sonny Edwards thinks it's been much closer. Join us right here in the studio for reports after the fight. Monday, Tuesday, we'll be talking about this. Hopefully, it's a classic. And don't forget, live on talkSPORT. It's a fight for me. Never mind, we're talking earlier about AJ, fighting the big fella. You know, and I'm thinking
this is a proper fight.
This is this is a Warriors fight. It's going to be absolutely great, and our full team is there. 9:50.
Big fight preview. Eubank Jr versus Ben 2 on talkSPORT with DAZN. Watch the unmissable rematch live this Saturday, only on DAZN.
going to be a bloodbath.
It's one of the fights of the year.
Eubank, I can't wait to smash your head in.
That's why he didn't beat me, and that's why he shall not beat me in November.
Gab.
Right, mates.
So, a quiet one. You on the old rattler back home?
Yeah, quiet one, mate. Kids football this weekend. I'm looking forward to the fight. I want to be chilled out about 6 p.m.
Will your daughter watch it?
She'll probably will, yeah, but she's a bit of a nightmare at the moment, mate. Talking back.
Oh, no.
Cheeky, rude.
What age is she?
14.
Yeah, but that's at age.
Everyone else get that with they?
Yes.
Yeah.
Some worse than others, but you just got
attitude out. Like you never get a message of like, "How's your day been?" You don't message them; they won't message you.
Yeah, but Gab, it's probably at school as well. They listen to their mates and they're having a hard time. And you know, well, my dad doesn't let me do that.
I won't hear off that.
Don't worry about it.
I won't hear off that. I'll get a message. Can I stop at so and so's on Saturday? And I'm like, "Good afternoon to you too." Do you know, like how about an afternoon
Gab,
first?
I get it from because my kids are all grown up now, but my grandkids are so polite.
Yes,
so nice.
So that's the goal, grandkids.
Manners.
Yes,
they're so polite.
Okay, so it skips generation.
Would you like this? Can I get you this? Lovely.
But your kids,
it makes you feel good and proud.
How were your kids though at 14?
Oh,
was they?
Well, it's a long
careful.
time ago now. No, I didn't really have problems. No, I was very, very lucky, honestly. I think Jill kept them in check.
Kept them in check, yeah. Yeah, so I'm looking forward to that box.
I can't get rid of them. Well, they all live very close to me.
Do they? It's good though. Yeah. That's what you want, don't you?
Oh God, yeah.
Where will you watch the fight? You going to watch it with some friends?
No, I'll be at home.
You was at your local the other week. So someone messaged me and said that you were in there.
Yeah, that's right.
A couple weeks ago, mate.
Yeah, they met you.
You know what I'm talking about, don't you?
In a bar in Mallorca. Yeah, I remember. Tell me all about you.
Did he?
Yeah. Was it the Lobster Pot?
Lobster Club?
Yeah, the Lobster Club.
In Mallorca.
That was it.
Yeah, I met him in there. He said Alan's always in his local. He's like a local celeb. Is that right, mate? Have you got a certain seat where no one else can sit and stuff in your local?
No, I do reserve a certain front of the telly, especially on a Saturday. You know, you got all the sport, the racing and football. You got to get.
You shouldn't be able to reserve.
Why?
What about all the rest of the locals that want to sit there?
Tough. They can reserve as well.
This guy, I've never known be able to reserve seats.
Of course
in the
you
local
can.
pub.
I've got another one up there.
It's shocking that
is, right in front of the fire. There's a little 3 seats round a table.
And you reserve it?
In front of the fire, yes.
I'm going to come to that one day and just sit there.
You can. It's beautiful, especially this time of year.
Yes.
It's going to get cold now, isn't it?
Perfect. Tomorrow, definitely.
You got to have. How can I say it? Because I love the tree huggers after me now, but I do love
log fire. Yes. You're not allowed one. You said though. Jill,
I don't know what the rules are now. I've not got one.
No, you said Jill won't let you have one.
I've got a gas log burner.
So have I.
But I want a real fire.
So do I.
Yeah.
I'm dying for one now.
But in the winter, nothing, especially if you get scented wood as well. Beautiful.
Yes, all over it.
Stunning. Yes. Absolutely stunning. I can't, and it's cold, wet, windy, snowy outside, and you're sitting there with a fire roaring. Brilliant.
The good old days, Al.
Anyway, have a good weekend.
You too, mate.
Enjoy the fight, enjoy the football, enjoy the All Blacks against England, and of course, come on, Scotland and Greece. It's going to be difficult, and all the other teams. I've really enjoyed this week. Thank you, and I'll see you on Wednesday, everyone. Okay.
See you next Wednesday, Thursday, Friday.
Have a great weekend, everyone. Thank you.